Get out of there, and the ball comes. They got me down.
I mean, when you look at it, it's just absolutely stacked.
Back up. Waller across.
Take a seat.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Muller.
The boy grew up.
Snap good, hold good, and victory in overtime for the Raiders.
Yo, how y'all doing, man? Salute, man. How's everyone, man? Thank you for pulling up to the new channel, Life of the Nation. As you can see, we got a new little thing going on here. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna be suited and booted and be dressed and pressed every single time, man. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna give him any reason to screw with me anymore. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna give them any ammo to report. You know what I mean? I'm gonna still be me. I'm gonna still do what I want to do, but we're gonna do it the right way this time. You know what I mean? So shouts out to everybody, man. I'm not changing nothing about it. You know what I mean? 50 billion things on YouTube. The fact that you allow me to grace your screen for any amount of time is greatly appreciated. More than I can verbally express. You know what I mean? I thank y'all for being here. I thank y'all for pulling up and still supporting your boy, man. You know what I mean? And you know, we're going to get into some news today. You know, we're going to talk about a couple of things, a couple of signings. We're going to talk about a little bit of free agency news that's still going around. We're going to talk about the Jalen Carter quite possibly being drafted. You know, we're going to get into a lot of things today. You know what I mean? We're definitely going to get into a lot of things today. You know, like I said, I eliminated a couple of things from my show simply because I just don't want them to have any legs to stand on when somebody goes to complain and YouTube goes and looks at the video and is like, well, we don't see what you're talking about. You know what I mean? So I appreciate everybody pulling up. Much love, much appreciation to every single person out there. Let's see who in the building. Since I don't have a what they call that. What did they call that shit? Tiers last time? Yeah, since I don't have that, man, everybody is back on a level playing field, I guess, huh? Everybody's been on a level playing field, but Big Worm, my guy, salute to you, man. Appreciate you, Arkham. My dude, what's good with you, man? Salute to you, Big Worm. I got you already, Big Worm. Nice. The Nation Nightmare, what's good with you, man? Salute to you. NorCal Jesse in the building. What's good with you, NorCal Jesse? B. Al is in the building. What's good with you, bro? Milk Breezy in the building. What's good with you, Milk? Appreciate you being here. Terrence is in the building. Salute T. Carlos, what it do? Sebastian, how you feeling, man? Hope all is well. 303 Raider, man. Salute to you, man. Appreciate you for real. Rolling in Dubs, what's good with you, man? Salute to you. Ray Love in the building. How you doing, Ray Love? EJ, my guy, what's good with you, man? Salute to you. Hope all is well. Hope you're doing good. James Furpo, what's good with you, man? Salute to you. Salute to you. Odd Six, my guy, what's good with you, man? Salute to you. You know what I mean? Thank you for being here, hanging out with your boy, man. The Raider Room, what's good with you, fam? Salute to you, man. Hope all is well. Hope you're doing good. Robert Pena in the building. Salute to you, Rob. Hope you're doing well as well. Raider Nation for life in the building. Salute to you. Alfredo, my guy, what's good with you, man? Salute to you. Hope you're doing well. All eyes on G. What's good with you, man? Salute to you. Hope you're doing well as too. Jolie, my guy. D Menace, my dude. What's good with both of y'all, man? Pizzle 4420, what's good with your family? Salute to you. Like I said, man, thank everybody for being here, man. I really do appreciate you all. J-Dog, my guy, what's good with you, man? Salute to you. Hope all is well. Hope you're doing good. Ja, my guy, what's good with you, Ja? You know what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, there's a guest backstage that I want to bring out. This brother, you guys know him from my last channel, you know what I mean? It's nothing but love and respect for this brother right here. Had the chance to hang out with him for a whole weekend on a camping trip. You know, me and him, his pops, his homeboy, my sons, you know what I mean? We all went fishing, hung out, had a good time. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the CEO of Brown Crackers and the owner of the channel, Yes Sir Outdoors, my guy, my brother, my friend, Mr. Redder Twan. What's good with you, Twan? How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good, man? Hey, you know what I'm saying? New channel, you know what I'm saying? But hey, same folks, you know what I'm saying? We gonna keep it real over here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing gonna change, you know what I'm saying? And you know I gotta say it, NWA. You know what it is.
Yes, sir. You know what I mean? NWA all day, Nation with Attitude. If you do not know, you know what I mean? That is the Nation with Attitude. Willie Wayne, my guy, what's good with you? Charm City, salute to you. J-Dub, I see you in the building. What's good with you, man? Salute to you. So, you know what I mean? Twan, I appreciate you being here, man. Thank you for pulling up, hanging out with the boy, man. You know what I mean? Let's get into some talk, Twan. You know what I mean? Let's definitely get into a little bit of talk, man. You know, the Raiders are still out here doing things, you know what I mean, making changes, making moves. Believe they signed somebody, wide receiver, DeAndre Carter, right?
Yes.
You know what I mean? I believe they signed, you know what I mean? They signed DeAndre Carter today, right? 1 year deal. Let's see. The Raiders are signing wide receiver DeAndre Carter to a 1 year deal worth up to $2.3 million. Carter, 29, 5'9", 188 pounds, appeared in 17 games with the Chargers with 7 starts. He recorded 46 receptions for 538 yards and 3 touchdowns. He also added 29 punt returns for 339 yards and 26 kick returns for 497 yards. Carter has a career 1,062 punt yard returnage and on 108 attempts, and 2,384 kickoff return yards, and a touchdown on 107 return opportunities. You know, that's a nice thing to hear. You know what I mean? A 1 year deal on 2.3. The only thing that makes me excited about this, and if I'm being honest, I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm a little You paid 2.3 million for a return man, not a wide receiver. You paid 2.3 million for a return man. Only good thing about the fact that you paid 2.3 million for, well, there's two good facts that you paid 2.3 million for a return man. One, he's a return man. We no longer have to worry about Hunter Renfrow being back there returning punts and kicks, right? So we get to save our what we consider our top slot wide receiver at this point in time. You know what I mean? In order for us to go ahead and move forward with Hunter Renfrow, eliminate the injury processes that he would possibly go through, you know what I mean, by being on the field too much, just limit him to playing in the slot. You know what? That would give our offense a much better opportunity to get things done. I can live with that. It's just that 2.3 million, you know what I mean, when we needed a corner and you couldn't give 2.3 million to a corner. You keep loading up on offensive weapon pieces, you know what I mean? When you going to load up on some defense? When you going to get something that can stop somebody? You know? We're still waiting for that. Still waiting to see when that's gonna happen, you know. So, oh yeah, I can't put that one up because it's got the old logo in it. That one does too, huh? Oh, I know what it is. I gotta take that off. There we go. All right, that's better. That's better. I can't run hashtag Raider Nation Network anymore. It's BS, but it's okay. By golly, they got me.
We ain't tripping.
By golly, they got me, man.
We ain't worried about nothing.
No, I'm not worried about it, bro. I'm not worried about it at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, you know, and back to the Raider news. I feel like, you know, I think you might be selling this guy short a little bit. And that's not no pun to his height. You know, I think his actually, you know, I saw what he did with the Chargers and you know what I'm saying, I watched I don't just watch Raider football. I watch other teams play, and I used to, and watching him do special teams for them, you know what I'm saying, and even him playing against us, you know what I'm saying. I was like, man, I you know how you look at certain players, you're like, man, I wish we had that on our team. You know what I'm saying? And for them to get a guy like that, you know what I'm saying? And actually the guy that I said I would like to have him, you know what I'm saying, for our special teams, is great. We need help on our special teams.
Yes, we do.
And not just in the coverage game, but in the return game. Our return game, the only exciting thing that we had in our return game was Hunter Renfrow, you know what I'm saying, until he, you know what I'm saying, got hurt. And we ran into a whole lot of, you know, issues there. So to have him, you know what I'm saying, come in and be that, you know what I'm saying, return guy that has speed, that has exactly what you need on special teams, I'm all for it. And you know what I'm saying, he started out of the 17 games, he also started 7 games, which means that he, you know what I'm saying, is not only just a return guy, but he can also be put out there for some routes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's going to run the whole route tree, but he might be another guy to, you know, stretch the field, you know, in situations. And I think he did that with Herbert, with the Chargers. Not saying that he's going to, you know, automatically plug and play here, but can he adapt to, you know, being the stretch player on our team, coming out there every once in a while and you know what I'm saying, stretching field? Yeah, and be our return guy. Yeah, that just brings a whole lot of value. So I think they're also bringing competition, and I think that's what, you know, bringing him in also is. I don't think it's etched in stone, but, you know, hey, any upgrade in our special teams, you know what I'm saying, and just, hey, the more you could bring to the table is going to keep you on a 53. So I'm excited to see what he does for us.
Oh man, look, I can understand that point. You know what I mean? I could definitely understand that point. I'm just looking at, you know, numbers. You know what I mean? I'm kind of like a number guy. You know what I mean? So I'm just looking at the numbers, and while I'm looking at the numbers, you know, he doesn't really move the needle. Can he be a piece? Yes. Is he better than some of the wide receivers we have right now? No, he's not. He's behind Jacoby Myers, right? He's behind DA. He's behind Hunter Renfrow. He's behind the other kid we just signed. I mean, literally, you brought him in really to be. Now, you're giving him a chance to earn a spot as a wide receiver, but I really think that you paid him $2.3 million to be a return man. And there's nothing wrong with that. People make good living being a return man. Devin Hester was a return man. It wasn't anything else but that. You know, sometimes you just got to find your niche. I think this guy's niche might just be as a return man. Ladies and gentlemen, real quick before we move on, I have another special guest backstage. Hey, look, hey, Wes Craven, bro. Yes, I am, bro. I am up here looking like I'm getting ready to do a sports podcast for Fox or ESPN, man. I'm not giving nobody no more ammunition to have YouTube look at my channel and say that they want to take me down. That's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? And just so you guys know, I am smoking on Seneca 100 menthol cigarettes. These are cigarettes. They aren't anything else. Just so you guys know, just so you are very aware that is what I am puffing on right now. Ladies and gentlemen, backstage is an OG to the Raider content. Well, is an OG to the Raider Nation. I won't say to the Raider content. He doesn't have a channel, but he is an OG of the Raider Nation, ladies and gentlemen. He is very knowledgeable in what it is he speaks. He has his firm beliefs, and what I like about it is that he stands on them and he doesn't back down for nobody. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the one, the only, Mr. Jack Kenna. Jack, how you doing, man?
Hey, salute, brother. Twan, salute. Man, I'm so sorry to hear about your channel. It broke my heart. It's like, you know, it kills me that happened to you. It's like, you worked really hard to get what you were at and like you got that. And it's like, man, it pisses me off. No other. But you know what? We're going to build you up, brother. The Raider Nation is going to build you up. And you know what I love? I came on right now because I saw so many brothers in the chat. I can't even respond to all of them. Everyone I respond to, everyone I love in the chat, is on your channel right now. So salute to all you guys out there. I apologize if I couldn't respond. Like, there's just too many of you. So Raider Nation is responding to you. So
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I promise to bring you guys better. I promise to do better, man. You know what I mean?
You don't need to do better, dude. You do yourself, man. Do yourself.
Do myself, but me,
I love that.
I gotta take a little bit of myself out of it because that's what got my channel banned. You know what I mean? Me giving everything that is actually me is what somebody used against me. So I gotta just take a little bit of that out. You know?
Yeah, just take a wee bit of that out of it. So don't give them that power.
No, I'm not. I'm just taking a small little smidge of me out. You know what I mean? The nasty side, the filthy side of me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just take that part out of the show. You know what I mean? But everything else
dirty,
else is the same.
Man,
language. You know, when I get upset, that's it's just gonna be the way it's gonna be.
Hey, get upset. Like, speak your opinion. Huh? This is what we love about you, bro. It's like, you speak your opinion. You keep it real.
Yeah.
But what I've seen tonight is like all the old school guys, all the Raider fans, like the hardcore Raider fans, they're in your chat right now. So salute to all of you, man. It's like, I want to come on just because I'm like, I can't salute to everyone like, that fast, that hard. Yeah. But they're here to support you, bro. And like, I'm here to support you too.
I appreciate it. I do. I wish at some point in time, the whole Raider Nation, content creator thing could have been a smooth platform for everyone. But the fact of the matter is, it's just not, bro. People don't like people that's in their family. So I really don't expect them to like people that they don't really know.
Man, when I saw you went to Vegas, like, met up with their brothers, I was jealous. I couldn't afford the money to go there. And like, since I came on right now, I show on my phone 95 chats in your chat. 95 since like a minute ago. Dude, Raider Nation loves you, bro.
I thank the nation. I truly thank the nation. Eventually I'll get back to where I was, but you know what? I'm not going to settle for where I was. I'm not going to settle for where I was. You know what I mean? When you close something down and something opens back up, something else opens up, it's usually bigger and better, right? Well,
absolutely.
This is going to be bigger and better. This is going to be bigger and better. So that's where I'm at right now. I love everybody that know I love them. You know what I mean? I got no love for the other side. I don't. But at the same time, I'm not going to give them any love over here either. You know what I mean? Their name shall never be mentioned over here. You know what I mean? They know who they are. I said what I needed to say, and I'm going to continue to do what I want to do, which is eliminate the competition. And I'm only in competition with them. I'm not in competition with anyone else. You know what I mean? I'm only in competition with them. And I am going to eliminate them by due process. It'll happen. Yeah. So it's all love. You know what I mean? I don't wish any harm on anyone. But my one wish, if I could have an actual real wish, bro, is for Raider Nation to recognize what's real and what's not. You know what I mean? And that's the only thing I would ask the nation. Like, if I had a chance to wish anything, it would be for the nation to realize what's real on YouTube for Raider content and what's not. You know what I mean? Who's really going to have your back in your time of need and who's not?
Well, we all got your back. It's like, did you figure out who actually did it?
Mm-hmm. I know who it was. I know who it was. You know, and it's funny because I saw their faces yesterday when I brought it up. I went to one of their chats yesterday and told them I knew. And you could see one of them go. And then they ended their live pretty quickly right after that. So that told me everything I needed to know. You know what I mean? It told me everything I needed to know. And if any, like Raider Kush says, that's a $500 informational fee. If you know, you know what I mean? That's not a joke. That's real talk. If you know and you got information, drop it. You'll get $500. But it's got to be that person. Don't just throw me no info, man. I think we didn't have 95 people hit us with information. Bro, we need something solid. We need some receipts. That's what the whole thing is. Show receipts. You know what I mean?
Ben always says show the receipts.
You know? Because that's the one thing, you know what I mean, that's not needed here, bro. That's the one thing, like, there's really only 3 things I won't tolerate. I won't tolerate people going after people's families. You know what I mean? People do what they want to do. That's fine. You know what I mean? Just know that I don't support it. Right?
Absolutely not.
I don't support the going after the kids. I don't support going after the wives. And I don't support content creators striking other content creators to where they lose their channel. I don't believe in that. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of the nation that really wants to know. I mean, I've kind of heard it. But where did it all start? So the Raider Nation should know this. Where did it all start?
It started with a guy who I thought was actually a better person than what he actually is. But the reality is that he's not. You know what I mean? You know, they say badges don't stick to slime, right? Well, neither does respect. And my respect for all of them is out the window. I had a smidgen just because I'm that type of person. You know what I mean? Like I try to have just a smidge of respect and hold people like, you know what? I try not to put people too far off the cliff and be like, man, you know what? There ain't no saving this clown, right? Now I push him off the cliff, bro. I just don't care no more, bro. You know?
I get it, dude. You know, being a 916 guy, reached out, father passing, and then like when OG came out to your town to hang out with you with the daughter graduation,
mm-hmm.
You know, OG and I are like, you know, we're 2 peas in the pod. You know, we talk probably like 2-3 times a week, just on a personal level, because like we're buddies.
Yeah.
And I get it. And I sent a super. And it's like all I got was like from my boy is like oh, instead of my 916 boy.
Yeah.
And thank you. So I'm getting it. I'm slowly getting it. It's like, you know, but I don't want the nation. I will say this right now. Nation, do not burn Andy. Do not burn Andy. Because like, you know, I like Andy. And Andy's like a little kid. So he's going to follow the men that are like leading him.
Yeah.
Don't do that to the kid. The kid's very knowledgeable and he's like a cool kid. And I invite him out to my house and like, you know, let's go hunting.
I'm going to tell you something, Jack. When we put NWA together, right? When I put NWA together and we had a conversation inside of NWA, you know what I mean? Life of the Nation, salute to the chat. How can I salute to the chat when I'm not typing anything? Whoever that is, block them. Because that's not me. You want to take my shit? Fine. I don't need you here. Have a nice night. Can't ban a chat owner or a moderator? What are you talking about? I'm not chatting. And I'm not moderating. So I don't understand that.
Well, make Twan a moderator, and make me a moderator too. So, got you, bro.
I'm just trying to figure out who has my channel, who has access to my channel. Ladies and gentlemen, backstage guests, my partner in crime, my homeboy, the one, the only, the man who runs the morning time shows and the What the F Fridays. Ladies and gentlemen, my boy, my homie, my brother, Ace Boom Coon, Mr. Lunatic Raider. What's up, Loon?
Hey, man, that's me sending that. I don't know why it's coming up as you. Are we still connected?
Yeah,
even
we
with the
still
new
connected.
channel?
Mm-hmm.
With the new channel? I thought they go by like an email.
No, it is. I changed my email. I changed the email. I changed the email and I changed the destination.
Okay. But still, though, why is it coming up as
Hey,
you?
Loon was about to get shot down.
Bro, I'm like,
Man,
bro, I can't be chatting, bro. Like, I haven't typed nothing.
Man, that shit mania.
Man, okay. All right.
That's crazy.
You know, at least now I know. You know what I mean? I was
why is it
for a minute,
popping up as you, though?
I was like, bro, who hacked my channel already? I was about to be like, hell no.
I came with the tie. You know what I mean? I had to. Oh, man. We had to bring it in right, man. Let's do this shit right.
Look, I'm
I
doing
feel
it right
underdressed.
now,
You know what I'm saying?
This my whole get up. It ain't gonna be a suit and tie every single time, bro. It's not. You know what I mean? I might have on a nice sweater, a nice collar shirt, or, you know. I mean, but yeah, I mean, what you see right now is what you're gonna continue to get from now on.
Dirty's looking sharp, bro. That's what I'm gonna say right now. Lunatic, hey, salute, bro.
Hey, look,
my
$2.50 tie from the Goodwill, my $4 shirt. You know what I mean? I ain't tripping, bro. It's my $4 shirt.
I would have had I would have worn my bow tie, but I ain't got no bean pie, so we gonna rock with this. Your color. Nigga, you just canceled yourself.
I didn't cancel myself.
I'm trying to figure out why when I post something it's coming up as your logo right by. What the fuck? That shit is crazy.
This is how I originally was gonna come out today. You know?
Looking sharp, Dirty.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, I thought
you might get a fit like this every now and then, bro. You might get a fit like this every now.
Damn, are you looking for a new job?
Hey, no, what I'm looking to do is take over like I want to. You know what I mean? Still be me, but just a lot more presentable, look a little bit more professional, a little bit more approachable by, you know what I mean, certain people. You know, like I said, I'm just taking little stuff out my show. I'm improving.
Are you talking about YouTube? Huh? Man, you don't need to do any of that. Just
actually,
be yourself, bro.
If you start looking into this YouTube stuff, Jack, yeah, man, they're starting to do some. They're starting to do some crazy things, man. You know what I mean? They're starting to do some crazy things. They're starting to look at channels differently. They're looking for any reason to ban people. You know what I mean? They're looking for any reason to ban people. You know, so if you don't fit into the image that they're trying to project, they want to take your channel. And that's what they did to me. Somebody flagged me, and instead of them actually going back and doing their research, they just took my channel.
So, I watched it, man, like on Ben's channel. It's like, can you get your channel back or what?
Nope. I've already appealed. They told me no. They told me straight up no. So
all I got to tell you, bro, is like, I don't want you to change your personality.
I'm not.
Because I love you as you're my brother as you are, and just do your rocking thing. It's like, but don't say the things that are going to get you banned. Yeah. I'm always here to support you.
I appreciate it. No, I'm always gonna be me. But you know what? When you turn on the screen and you see a man in a suit and tie, and just because he's going off, you're liable to let it go. But
man, I want to see you wear that Raider jersey,
baseball cap turned backwards, and gold chains and teethus in my mouth all the time.
Then I'm turning my hat backwards right now. I'll go throw on my Raider jersey. That's what I want to see from you, bro. You don't have to wear a suit. I want you to be you.
You'll get that on Friday, Saturday night. You know what I mean? That'll be my Friday, Saturday night show. Daytimes after Loon. 2 weeks from now, you'll get the Dirty Kush show after Loon goes off, you get the Dirty Kush show. That'll be me and Raider Kush, and we'll be doing health in the morning. So at night, you know what I mean, I'll be doing meal prep, recording that, uploading it into the stream. So you'll see the meals that get prepped, you know what I mean, as well as you'll get to talk to me and Kush as we both work out, and you can work out with us as well. You know,
Well, I was wishing in SoCal. You know, I just met Kush, so salute Kush.
Yeah, hey,
I just met him recently.
Kush is a good dude, bro. You know what I mean? Nah, I got on blue jeans underneath all this, bro. It's just, hey, look, all you can see is from the top, from here up, right?
Looking sharp, bro.
I'm just saying, bro. Look, I got on a pair of jeans, man. Bro. And a suit jacket that's too small. Makes my muscles look big. Make my muscles. Man.
This nigga.
No, but you know, I appreciate you being here, Jack. You know what I mean? While you're here, man, let me get your opinion about what it is you've seen over the last couple of, I'll say 2 weeks since, you know, the free agency began or whatnot. I mean, how are you feeling about what you see from this team?
I respected you asked that question. So I'm going to put it in perspective like the Raiders offseason. I only see 2 defensive players that I'm like excited about. Bringing back Tillery, DT, and a kid from Minnesota. And that is it. I mean, zero. Everything else is like, you know, is depth work. Depth.
Bingo.
Which we need that depth, but I don't expect a lot of these guys to make it. And then the wide receiver, like Mayers. I'd rather have Michael Mayers, like Notre Dame tight end, coming over this year in the draft over him. So it's like a lot of the moves they've done are kind of like lateral moves. It's like, you know, Epps reminds me of Jonathan Abrams. I mean, really, is there any difference except maybe he might be a little bit younger? And that Spillman guy is like, is he really better than Perryman? No, he's not.
He's not. He's really
not, but maybe he's healthier. So, I mean, the nation, I feel like, is really divided. Like, what the F? I don't want to swear because I don't know if you're like Roku or like with Captain Jack and stuff.
I'm not on Roku or anything like that, but you know, you are allowed to say what it is you want to say within
Okay,
the confines.
so I can curse. So a lot of the moves, it's all lateral moves. It's lateral. It's like we're bringing in the same type of players that we had the year before, sign them to a 1 year or 2 year contract. I mean, okay, that's Spillman. It's a downgrade.
Yeah.
Perriman was a better linebacker than him, but Perriman's injured. Oh, we don't want injured players. Then we bring in Crapoppolo. Oh, is it better than Carr? No, but they're kind of similar when they're healthy. But is he a better player than Carr? No,
he's not.
So,
no, he's not.
So now we're like going to the testing of like, okay, no one in Raider Nation wants a number 1 draft pick at a quarterback unless it's C.J. Stroud. So we're going to take the best defensive player at number 7. And at number 2, we're going to take Hooker because he's the best player as a backup. The team keeps going in weird directions. It's like they don't have I don't see a direction from the leadership of this team, from McDaniel or McShitnuts and Ziegler. It's like I don't see the direction. It is very confusing. Right now, all we're doing is like building up depth. And 90% of the guys that we signed are going to get cut, which I am totally fine about because I feel like there'll be better players after the cuts we can sign. I'm sorry if I'm being long-winded, guys. So,
hey, look, Jack, whenever you come through, you know what I mean. I know you be having a lot to say. Sometimes you let it build up. Because I know you don't go on a lot of shows, you know what I mean, or get the opportunity to actually be a part of a lot of shows, and you have a lot to say. So, whenever a guest comes here, look, by you pulling up, you know what I mean, you have told me that you rock with me, and I will listen to your opinion because you rock with me. Now, do I have to agree with all of it? No, I don't. But I respect it. I understand it, and I let you roll with it, right? It doesn't really matter how long it takes you to get it out. Sometimes you just gotta, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta go on a rant. Hey, go ahead and rant. It's the life of the nation. You know what I mean? It's not the life of dirty. It's the life of the nation.
so what do you guys think?
I don't disagree with you. Truthfully, I don't disagree with you. I'm not the biggest fan of Jimmy G. Never have been. I will give him the benefit of the doubt until proven otherwise. I've said this a couple of times. Jack, I'm on the fence, man. You know what I mean? I'm sitting on the fence and I'm watching both sides. And until I have a reason to get off the fence, this is just where I'm going to sit. A lot of me don't believe in the staff, but there's a half of me that wants to believe that they can make it happen because I'm a fan, right? I don't want to be negative at all times. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm just not feeling the full positivity lesson yet. You know what I mean? Like I'm just not feeling all of it just yet, man. Defense is still lacking. You're continuously adding these offensive pieces, but the defense is still lacking. And now you're talking about being all in on a Jalen Carter. Like I'm not understand. I'm not understanding that. I'm not really feeling that. Is the kid a good player? Yes, he is. Do I think he'll work in Vegas? No, I don't. Honestly, I think Vegas is a city that just might be a little too much for him. I think he might need but even then, like a small town probably is not going to help him either because, I mean, look where he was playing college at. It's not a big town either.
From San Jose.
Huh?
He's from San Jose. He played with the Raiders and New England before, early in his career.
No, I was talking about Jalen Carter.
I'm talking about him too.
Jalen Carter's still in college. Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter. DeAndre Carter.
No. Jalen. I'm talking about Jalen. The draft. Gotcha. The draft. Yeah, I'm in the draft. And I'll definitely get to you and DeAndre Carter, and what I mean, right after this. Because I know a little bit about him. You know what I mean. Me and Twan kind of talked about him a little bit earlier. I'm not disagreeing with the signing of him. But the way I'm looking at it is 2.3 mil tells me you just signed a return man. You're going to give him an opportunity at a wide receiver, but more than likely he'll be your return guy because he's a good return guy, right? And we need one. We've been needing a return guy for quite some time. I mean, let's just be honest. The Raiders haven't had a return guy in 3-4 years. You know what I mean? Since the last dude we had that had the dreads and had the two little foo-foo doggies when he came to sign his contract. What was his name?
Dwayne Harris.
You know who I'm talking. There you go. But when I look at it and I think about it, you know what I mean, Jack, like I'm not the biggest fan of Jimmy G, but I wish him the best, you know what I mean, because he's the quarterback of our team. Now, you know me, I'd rather see Chase Garbers, but I also need Chase Garbers to earn it. I don't need him to play it on injury. I need him to earn it. Like if you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, I need you to earn the position. You know what I mean? Not it just be given to you. That I would prefer you to earn it. I would prefer him to do something like what DC did his rookie year, which just came out and just played flat out great football throughout the preseason, you know what I mean, and earned his spot. Now his rookie year was last year, you know what I mean, it's 1 year removed, but it's okay. You know what I mean? That's definitely okay. ladies and gentlemen, there's another guest backstage. He was okay. Yeah, I see his camera's working now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is also a content creator that I rock with. Had a chance to meet him in Vegas, over at an event hosted by some people that I no longer rock with. But this was one of the highlights of meeting one of these people. You know, is the highlight of meeting, going to these events is meeting people, man. You know what I mean? Because you never know, you know what I mean, who you're meeting and what kind of relationship can build from there. Ladies and gentlemen, I look at this brother as a friend. He's always been very supportive of my channel. He's made very few appearances, but when he does, you know what I mean, I truly, truly do appreciate him. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the host of Black Sales Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, Black Sales. What's good with you, fam?
What's good with all y'all, man? I'm
How you
liking the
doing?
suit. I'm digging it.
Oh, thank you, man. I
I'm digging the
appreciate
new
it,
look, man.
man.
What's
It's
up, Sal?
unfortunate that your channel got red flag, man. That shouldn't have
Yeah.
happened, bro. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
you know, somebody took it a little beyond where it should have been. You know what I mean? And you know what? That's fine. You know, you let go and let God. You know what I mean? Karma is a bitch, bro. You know what I mean? I tell people that all the time. Karma is a bitch, bro, and it comes when you least expect it. You know what I mean? And it comes 10 times fold of what you put out. You know what I mean? So let's just say, and I'm not wishing anything on anybody, but let's look at it. I had what, 1,600? I had 1,600, you know what I mean, subscribers on my channel, right?
Almost 1,700.
Yeah, what would be 10 times that to be lost? 18,000. Would I rather lose 16? Would I rather lose a channel at 1,600 or 18,000?
You know who it was?
Yeah, I know who it was.
It's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate, you know what I mean? But you know, like I said, misery loves company. When you're miserable, you want to have some company. Well, look, I don't want to hang out with you. You got my channel destroyed, but look, I still don't want to hang out with you. I'm not gonna be miserable. I'm gonna be happy. Why?
No, just keep doing you, keep making content, everything will be cool, man. No.
Look,
like I said, I don't get into
all
the
nice and clean now. All my shows gonna be fresh and clean. I'm gonna have a nice, clean shave, hair done, suit and tie. Watch me blow up. I'm gonna still be an asshole, but watch me blow up.
Anybody in the chat, Black Sales rocks with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that rock me, I rock
bystander. I already know you an innocent bystander, bro.
Yeah.
I know how you rock with the nation, man. You know what I mean? Like I didn't even know you knew who I was when we met in Vegas. You know what I mean? Like I don't know everybody. You know what I mean? I don't see everybody. I don't know everybody in my chat. But when you knew me, I was like, oh well, shit, somebody watch my show. Shit. Yeah. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Watch you, I watch Loon, I watch everybody, Twine, everybody.
Yeah, right on.
You know what I mean? I watch everybody. I try to support
everybody.
You,
in that last video, I like that filter, man. Keep that up. I like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to do something a little new too.
That was different. You know what I mean? Keep doing that, man. Because if anybody does that, I know where they got it from. You know what I mean? If anybody in Raider Nation uses the filter that you used, bro, I already know. If y'all don't know, Brody does his show like a comic book, bro. Yeah. Like a comic book, you know what I mean? It's him live just like this, but he has the filter that turns everything into a comic strip, like damn near. You know
wow, that's cool.
So it looks like he's drawn on the screen when it's man. I felt like that was dope, bro. You know what I mean?
Right. Hey, Brody, I'm not subscribed yet. I'm gonna look for it in the chat, man.
Oh man, you got
everybody in the chat, man. Go to Black Sales Sports Talk, man. Support the channel. You know what I mean? Pretty soon I'm gonna be doing some giveaways before the next season starts. So, you know, I got some signed jerseys, some other stuff. I'm gonna be giving out to some of my subscribers, but you have to be subscribed. You feel me?
So I'm gonna say this right now again. It's like I'm always up for dirty. It's like I'm always there, but I also want everyone to go to like OG channels. Jack Daniels channel and subscribe to him, man. That help that brother out, man. He is like one of the original content creators of all Raider Nation, and I'm proud to call him one of my best friends.
Oh, yeah,
So-
I truly rock with OG. I'll probably see OG in a couple of weeks when I go out
Yeah.
to South Carolina because I got to go take.
Well, I know he came out to you like when his
Yeah.
daughter was graduating.
Yeah,
So
I got to
they-
take my
you-
son to his mom in South Carolina, which is she lives about 30 minutes from OG. So, you know, since he made the trip to see me when he was here in LA, it's only right that I make the trip to go see him. While
So when are you going to go? I mean, OG and I are like, super close, bro. I mean, like him and I, he's like probably my best friend in Raider Nation. We talk like every other day, like every 2-3 days we talk.
Oh, that's right.
And he's my bro. So Dos Pandeos, I don't care about the show. I don't care about the stuff, but I care about people. I care about the people in Raider Nation, like you. So when are you gonna go out there? So like I'll make the trip too.
My son graduates May. My son graduates in May. Yeah, my son graduates in May, so I'll be going in May. So yeah, I'll be in the middle of May.
Middle of May? Okay.
In May.
Then I'll talk to OG, you call out to OG. Let's hook it up, man. We could like have barbecue and like party and hang out. That'd be awesome.
And what y'all feel about the offseason so far?
Shoot, I understand what they're doing. You know, you
C
got-
minus?
You said a D?
Yeah.
No, C minus.
C minus.
Like
Wow.
honestly, like that. The kid from Minnesota, the defensive back, good pickup. Getting Tillery back, good pickup. Everything else has been just depth.
That's what
See,
that's
I
what they're
get, I
going.
get
That's what
this
they're doing.
offseason. I give the offseason a B plus.
Yeah, I say the
B+?
same thing. I say the
I
same
give it a B
thing.
plus. The reason why is we're so used to losing, we don't know how a regular franchise really operates. And now that we got somebody that's operating this franchise like a regular franchise, we panic. We panic because we're not getting these big name free agents. We're not going out there, getting a Javon Hargrave. But man, I remember us giving all these big old contracts to like a Jabril Wilson or something like that, and it just not working out.
D'Angelo
Like,
Hall.
yeah, like all these signings that Gruden did, whether it was LaMarcus Joyner or Kwiatkowski, all these huge shinings that never worked out, man. So it's a breath of fresh air to see Ziegler make these smart contracts to where they're like a whole bunch of 1-year deals to see if they actually fit in the system. And if they don't, then, no harm, no foul. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it leaves us open to make huge moves next year. We're going to have like over $80 million in cap space next year.
And a lot of that dead cap come off. Yup.
Yeah. So I'm digging the move so far, really. I understand that Jimmy G's not everybody's first choice. What definitely wasn't mine. But with the options that was left, I mean, who else was you going to sign?
Without giving up draft picks and paying top dollar. You know what I mean?
Like the Panthers they gave up everything
Man.
to move up to 1. So to move up to 3, we would have to give up a lot. To trade for Lamar Jackson, you would have to pay him upwards of $230 million guaranteed. To trade for Aaron, you see how Aaron Rodgers doing the Jets? Like,
man,
nobody want to go through that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody wants to go through that. So, like, Jimmy G getting signed for less than $25 million a year. Like
23.
That's a win. That's a win.
Ladies and gentlemen, real quick, I got another guest backstage that I want to bring out. Well, look, I'm starting a trend, man. I'm starting a trend. Y'all, when y'all show up, y'all gonna have to be like the host, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the up and coming members in NWA. He is dead smack in the middle of Loon and Dirty Low in the morning with that workout routine. You know what I mean? Every morning he's taking y'all on a walk, doing his push-ups, getting it in. And you know what I mean? if you need that conservation, if you need a little bit of that healthy herbal essence in your life, you definitely want to holler at this brother. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the panel my boy, the one, the only, Mr. Raider Kush. What's up, Kush?
Salute, family. How y'all doing?
Yes, sir. I appreciate you pulling up in the proper attire for the life of the nation. You know what I mean?
Hey, we gotta follow
NWA Network. You know what I mean? We got to start running like ESPN out this bitch. You know what I mean?
Kush.
Running like ESPN.
My brother, how you doing, Jack? Good to see you, man.
It's good. It's like, we just met recently. Like, salute, brother. Love you, man.
My man, you too. Much love, bro. Salute, man. The whole panel, man. I had to follow the suit of our leadership tonight. They think that, you know what I'm saying, we all some hoodlums around here. You know what I mean? We can't tie one on and look good. So, you know, I like Loon's tie he got on though. He the most polished out of all of us though.
Oh yeah, you know,
Loon up here dressed like Magic Mike.
Damn, we need a poll. Who's looking better? You know, Dirty, Kush, Twan.
Shit, somebody white making it rain.
I don't know. Kush over there looking like Dapper Dan. You know what I'm saying?
You know, hey,
Twan's looking good, dude.
Like, Jesse said he looked like he just signed with the Raiders.
I know her. Oh shit!
Hey, go ahead and hold up the jersey, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold up that number
Is it like job interview month or what?
I'm gonna say what's up to Roger Goodell. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, maybe we did go pick him up.
Yep, that's what we're gonna be. We're gonna be the hood ESPN.
Hey, that's a raw
that's
idea.
What we're gonna be. We're just gonna be a little bit better. You know what I mean? To not get my shit blocked. I'm not gonna do anything to get my shit taken down, but I am still going to be me.
I tell you what,
I'm still going to be me. You know,
hey man, the bounty is active. NWA has a $500 bounty on any information that's leading to the disappearance of Dirty's channel. So far, since the live has started, I got about 7 DMs from folks. So I appreciate the ones that's in the chat. Salute to y'all. Even the ones that's not as loyal as some of the rest of our fan base, but got some watchful eyes and ears out there. So I appreciate y'all for your tips and your information towards what was going down today.
Yeah.
Ray Love says that number 7, they Raiders select Raider Kush.
Strong safety from USC right there, baby. Let's go. Hey, we do need a safety though, man. I was listening to some craziness today about our safeties, man. It's so many gaps, bro. Like, let's just talk about football for a second, man. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, we got some gaps on defense, man. But I got all the faith in the world, though. I really do, except for our cornerback position. We added to the wide receiver spots today. We got that cat from the Chargers. But man, I really want to see this draft. What's everybody thought on Kalijah Kancey, though? You think we're gonna be able to pop him off in the second round, or we're gonna maybe make a trade to get a D tackle, or are we looking at somebody else?
No, Kalijah Kancey's going in the top 10.
Yeah.
If Kalijah Kancey gets past us at 7, he's going to the Eagles at 10.
Ooh, bruh.
They got to replace Hargrave.
Imagine how filthy they're going to be. Oh,
Carter might be there still at 7. I don't know.
You still got
It's kind of crazy.
Look, Jalen Carter is a good. He's a good, specimen of a player, right? He is. My problem is up here. Is he ready up here? Right. I know he can do this all day long, but is Jalen ready up here?
Why would you question that?
Touch Jalen Carter.
Why are we talking like Jalen Carter's a fuck up?
Well, he's gotten kind of overweight, and it's like, he's kind of proven it's like, he's not if you're gonna do this shit, you're gonna fucking be super ready. And he doesn't prove that. So I remember a defensive tackle that from Washington and got $100 million contract, and he was lazy as fuck.
Haynesworth.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, guys, I'll ask you this question. This is my biggest question. I am a huge Caleb Williams fan. Huge Caleb Williams fan. I'm a Notre Dame fan, and I watched him destroy my Notre Dame team. He's going to be the number 1 draft pick next year. So if we get Carter or Will Levis, because we're not going to get the top 2 wide receiver or quarterbacks out there. So we take Carter or we take a defensive end, and we go back for 1 more year. I don't trust Garoppolo for shit. I'm sorry. I'm a Northern California guy. I've seen Garoppolo, and he doesn't stay healthy. And I don't like the guy. He's good when he's on the field, but he can't stay healthy. So we need a backup quarterback. Do you take a quarterback or the best defensive player on the board? That is my biggest question I have this whole offseason right now.
Okay,
I want to have a response from each one of you.
Yeah.
So, Dirty, you started off, man. It's your show, bro.
I take defense, man. I'm taking a defender. You know what I mean? I'm not high on any of the quarterbacks in this year's draft. I'd rather wait till next year, you know what I mean, and pick up a quarterback. There's a lot better quarterbacks in next year's draft, ones that you can actually hang your hat on and actually build a team around. These other guys are coin toss right now. You know what I mean? Everybody that comes into the NFL through the draft is a coin toss. You know what I mean? We have to understand that, right? But at the same time, these kids that are coming in, it's really not a lot of them. You know what I mean? There's really only 2 that we honestly think, you know what I mean, are going to be actually solidified real starters. You know what I mean? Out of the 5 that everybody's talking about, it's really only 2 that really seem like they can actually come in and be starters day one. But they're system guys at the same time. You know what I mean? They got to come in and play inside a system that works for them. They're not going to be able to do that. Their football IQs are not as high as the QBs that are coming out next year. Ones that can actually come in and actually really grasp our playbook. You know? And the reason why is I'm not high on taking a quarterback in the later rounds. You know what I mean? But I also don't want to take one in the early rounds that's not going to start either. You know, now you choose to pick something up as a UDFA, kind of like you did Chase. You know what I mean? I'm fine with that. If you decide that you want to go out and bring in another veteran backup, I'm fine with that too. I'm all right with that. If you think Jimmy G is the answer, then prove it to me that Jimmy G is the answer. At least for a year and a half, maybe 2. You know what I mean? Until you can get you an actual real quarterback. I mean, if we look at the options that are available out there for quarterbacks right now, Jimmy G is kind of the best option going. I mean, you can look at these other quarterbacks and know that Jimmy G is pretty much the best option going. You're pretty much going to get the same quarterback that you had last year, just with a head start because he knows the playbook. So he may be able to execute just a little bit better. But if we're really being honest, they really are the same guy. You take away the playoffs and all of that. If you look at them, mechanics wise, everything, bro, they're pretty much the same guy. You know what I mean? One's just had a little bit more success with better defense than the other. That's all it really is. And he's slightly cheaper than the quarterback you had. So you pretty much get the same guy for a discounted price. Okay. That's fine. That also tells me that you inclined to build this defense. Now, I like to throw little nicks and cuts in there every now and then. You know what I mean? Don't be surprised if they take an offensive lineman in the first round because you got to protect Jimmy G. If you don't protect Jimmy G, which you're investing your money in and telling me that this is the guy who can take you to where you need to be, you know what I mean? Then you need to protect him. And right now, you just don't have the offensive line that we feel is on par to actually protect this guy. You know what I mean? So real fan sports. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. So yeah, for me, it's like, what is going to make our team that much more fearful? You know what I mean? In NFL, like, what's really going to make us be like, ooh, I might really not want to play them? Like, if you look at our offense is nice right now. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm being honest, the offense is nice right now. You know what I mean? You got a Jalen Carter, a Devontae Adams, you got a Hunter Renfrow. You just picked up 2 tight ends, and Austin Hooper and the other dude. You guys OJ. And then you add a Myers, and then you add that other guy. Like, it looks nice. You've built all the other pieces. You added Jimmy G, who's capable, but you haven't really done anything to that line. I mean, you brought back people that, like Brandon Parker. Like, that's not going to move the needle. That's not going to make us feel good about our quarterback being protected. Brandon Parker? I'm not trying to shit on the kid or nothing, but I mean, come on, Brandon Parker
is a turn wheel.
It's a guy who he just hasn't worked out. Like, it just doesn't work. And we're going to take a chance on him. Thayer Munford, okay, cool. You know what I mean? Like, look, he was
Munford's the best one of the bunch.
Yeah, I mean, he was a rookie. Give him another year. You know what I mean? Let him prove his thing. But the Brandon Parker signing, ooh, I don't know, man. That one there, right there, that's a tough one for me, bro. Like, I'm having a hard time swallowing that pill. I just can't get on the wagon for that one. You know what I mean? Like, I honestly can't get on the wagon for that one. But if you get this defense right, you know what I mean? If you definitely get this defense right, you can definitely do something. You know what I mean? You can definitely be a contender. You could definitely make a statement. But if you can't build this defense to stop the Kansas City offense, you're always going to be second or third place in the AFC West. Always. You have to build something to be able to stop Kansas City's offense. We don't have that. We just don't. Shit, we can't stop fucking San Diego's offense right now. I'll be surprised if we played tomorrow with the defense we have, we wouldn't be able to stop Denver's offense. That makes us the worst defense in the AFC West.
So that leaves me a question, like to ask all you gentlemen a question. If you're the GM of the Raiders, what are you doing at number 7? Are you drafting a DB, like a shutdown cornerback, which we need more than anything else? Are we going defensive end? Are we going D tackle? So let's say Carter's off the board. Okay, Carter's off the board. We can get like Will Levis. He'll probably be there. But what are you guys wanting to do with your mindset as being Raider fans? What would you want to do? I want to ask every one of you. What are you doing?
I would say that if you look over the years of the missed opportunities that we had for Hall of Famers, like actual Hall of Famers, you know what I'm saying? We picked Jamarcus Russell over Calvin Johnson, right? And the list goes on and on and on. That's one category that we're looking at from just a lot of hit and misses. The one thing, just me being a greedy, you know what I'm saying, 40-plus year Raider fan, is I want to see us actually get a really good first-round draft pick. I can't say since Charles Woodson, the last time we actually had someone that I wanted to go buy their jersey from the first round outside of Josh Jacobs. You know what I mean? And the verdict's still out if he going to stick around or what. But just on the other side of it, that's what I want. I want to have the best player available. And if it's talent as opposed to depth capacity that we need, I would hate to see an offensive tackle. I wouldn't be mad at that because I think that, we do need to address that depth piece. But I think if we're looking at from the McDaniel side point and the Ziegler standpoint and some of the gems that they drop off in these press conferences, I go back and I read the press conferences because I can't stand to listen to their interviews, man. All them that McDaniel's got is hard. So I go back, you know what I'm saying? I read exactly what he says. And bro, what I caught today some stuff that he was saying, and he really gave some gems. Number one, I took away is that he really loves Jalen Carter. He says that, hey, the narrative is over here, the truth is right here, and then what Jalen has to say is over here. So we're going to live right here in the middle, and we're not going to go off of what the narrative is for the draft. We're not going to go and, put a wet blanket on this dude and say that, he's just a draft bust. This is a guy that went through one of his best teammates dying, and he was right there on the scene of the crash. He lied about it. He was flustered. He has more talent than anybody on this panel all combined athletically. And he has the God-given ability to be the number one player in the draft this year. Before we knew all about all this, everyone was talking about it. It was a no-brainer. Yeah, Jalen's gone. He's about to be number one guy. So now everything changed when you find out a little bit about a chink in, not even a little bit, it's a big chink in someone's armor. I don't want to discredit the dead, the people that deceased, but I'm looking at it from this young man's perspective. And okay, yeah, he's an idiot, right? Let's just not even sugarcoat it. But if he goes to a system, he's going to get drafted. And the one thing that I took from McDaniels in his presser was that, hey, we're not gonna pass over Jalen Carter if he's there on the board. We're gonna take that dude. Also, we're gonna take the best player available. He also addressed that if there is a need for the depth chart and there's a player that's on the board that he wants to pick up, that's just an undeniable talent, that's a generational talent, even though we have some people that fill that position right now. From what I took from it was like, dude was talking about he was ready to just cut. If it's a rookie that comes in and they outwork somebody, you just lost your job. And he said that's a training campus sport. So I think that, putting my perspective aside, I want to take the best player available because I don't want to be 50, 60 years old and we ain't never seen a good first round draft pick that gets re-signed. You know what I mean? And then my other side of it is that I think that McDaniels, and he's giving us those gems. He's telling us straight up, like, hey, I'm going to take the best player available. I don't care about whoever else is on the depth chart. If that person can come in and beat that other person out before the season starts, then it's going to be on them.
Yeah, bouncing off of what Kush just said, McDaniels did drop some gems. The gem that I heard is tight end. So don't be surprised if we get Dalton Kincaid out of Utah with the number 7 overall pick. A lot of people will get mad about that, but he is a top 10 player in this draft. But you're asking me what I would do in this draft as the GM. We got 13 picks. I'm not going quarterback in the first round. Josh McDaniels doesn't need a first-round quarterback in order to develop. He needs a system quarterback. You could get a system quarterback in the 4th, 5th round. You could get a Stinson Bennett. You could get a Aiden O'Connell. You could get one of those guys to be the future quarterback. We don't have to draft a quarterback in the first round, especially if it's not C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young. I don't think Levis is worth the 7th overall pick, and I definitely don't think that Anthony Richardson is worth the 7th overall pick. We have to go defense in the first round. Now, I was leaning very heavily towards Christian Gonzalez with the 7th overall pick because that's one of my favorite players in this draft. But when you're looking at it, a corner by himself doesn't make that much of an impact, even if he's dominant. So I think we need to go defensive line. And when we're talking about defensive line, I probably wouldn't touch Jalen Carter. I know he's a very talented player, but the PR of picking Jalen Carter after the whole Henry Ruggs stuff, us getting rid of Waller and getting rid of players that don't mesh with the culture of the team, I just wouldn't get him. Also, I think that Kalijah Kancey is not far off from Jalen Carter. I think he's actually better against the pass than Jalen Carter is. So I would look at defensive line. I would look at players like Kalijah Kancey. I would look at players like Lucas Van Ness. Those are the two players I would look at with the 7th overall pick. And as far as getting a quarterback, we have 13 picks. I'd be surprised if the Raiders didn't pick not just one, but probably 2 quarterbacks this draft with 13 picks. But that's what I would do.
Ladies and gentlemen, real quick before we continue on, I have another guest backstage that I want to bring out. I'm loving it, man. Everybody's showing up and in wonderful attire, ladies and gentlemen. This man right here, he really doesn't need an introduction. Mostly anybody that I bring out here doesn't really need an introduction. But you know what? I'm the king of introductions, man. You know what I mean? I could just pop on screen like everybody else do, but what's the point of that? Ladies and gentlemen, special guest backstage, coming to the stage right now. He is the king of 420. He is also my game time partner. You know what I mean? Hey, if you see me at a game, 9 times out of 10, he at the game too. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only king of 420 in Southern California, Mr. Raider Gabe. What's up, Gabe?
Let's crack in. Let's crack
What's
in.
up, man? I like
Hey,
it, man.
I
like
knew you before you came on, bro.
What's up,
Ah,
looking clean, dog.
love you, man.
Let's crack in. What's up, man? What's up, guys?
Got
How
that
you doing,
Versace on.
Having a good night? You guys having a good night? Huh? What happened, son?
I said you got that Versace on, huh?
Versace.
Oh,
Oh.
Sachi.
Sachi.
F-O Sachi.
Man, you boys are all dressed up. Like, what's going on? Like, going somewhere?
We just showing out
Jack.
tonight.
We
just
bringing
showing
a
out
new
tonight.
image, man. We bringing a new image to the look. They want to hate, right? Look. Hate. We just gonna elevate. You can hate while we elevate.
Hate.
You know what I mean? They can hate all they want, man. We just gonna elevate. You got my
Well, we
channel.
don't care about them. Just
You ain't
wear
gonna
the Raider jersey, bro.
ban. You can't get this one banned. They gonna actually come to me and be like, "Hey, you want us to ban them?" They tried to get us to ban you, but I mean, we really rocking with you. We really feeling you. You know what I mean? We want to be in business with you. Would you like for us to ban them? Yeah, by all means, please. You know what I mean? Do what you must. Do what you feel. I won't advocate for you to ban them, but go ahead. Do what you must. Do what you feel. And yes,
Sir,
we
you
can do
looking like
business.
Stuart Scott up there. He looked like a young Stuart Scott.
Y'all owe me some money, but you know what? It's all right. You're gonna pay me at one point in time, man. You're gonna end up having to cut me nice checks. So y'all owe me money right now. YouTube,
So-
y'all took it.
So, Gabe, you just jumped in on this. We're talking about, like, what you're going to do at number 7. What do you want to do in the second round? What do you want to do? If you're the Raiders GM, what do you want to do?
Me personally, I want to go for sure defense first. I mean, I have a feeling that they have a plan with quarterback, maybe even go backup, if they have to. But I think if they don't have their guy, later on in the later rounds, I think if their guy's not there, like Aaron McKee or somebody like that from or even a Stetson Bennett, later. I mean, I wouldn't even mind that. I just think you have to go defense heavy first for sure. You know what I mean? And I just think for sure you got to go. What's his name said? I kind of like what he said. I wouldn't have a problem going Jalen Carter just because it's just, I think the one place where you think you wanna get better is there, and I think he's just the best defensive tackle for sure in this draft, bro. And I just think that dude, the better story is like if you get him in the building, can you you make a good story out of him? You know what I mean? It's like you need some good PR anyway. So can you make a good story out of him? You know what I mean? Was it just some mistakes in college where it was speeding? I mean, I know a lot of us have done it before. I don't want to demonize the kid. You know what I mean for that shit. And at number 2, I would go corner. I like later on in maybe in the second round, though he's a little too small. I would probably go I probably would go like an Emmanuel Forbes. You know what I mean? Something like that. But you have to for sure you get like a defensive tackle and a corner, I think, in the first 2 rounds.
Okay, I feel that. Let me get the answer from the next person, man. If you end up in the box that I'm in, then it's on you. You know what I mean? So, Loon, where you at?
Shit, as far as the first round goes, stick to your guns. Go for the best available. Don't just because you need a defensive back or you think defensive back is more of a need than anything else. But if a defensive tackle there is right better than that defensive back, take the tackle. I wouldn't skip on Jalen Carter. If he's there at 7, which I doubt he will be, I don't think the whole storyline behind him, a lot of people have the grasp of the truth. They kind of make it seem like the way they narrated it at first was it made it seem like he was the driver and people that was in the car with him died. You know what I mean? When it comes to find out he was racing somebody and the driver of the other car lost control. And that's what that happened from. You know what I mean? He didn't have nothing directly to do with it, but he was racing. Yes, but who don't speed? You jump on I-5, you trying to get somewhere fast, you going past the speed limit. You know what I mean? But
I give you that.
Especially in a track up. Especially in a track up.
If he's the best available at 7, if he does fall there, don't skip it. We know we need a defensive tackle. See, this is the thing. I don't necessarily believe in grabbing the best available. I believe in grabbing the best available of need. Because if the best available player, say for round 1, 2, and 3 are all running backs, are you going to draft 3 running backs?
No,
Because he's the best available. You grab the best available of need, and what so happens, this is the flip side of the coin. The good thing is we got a lot of needs on defense. You know what I mean? The bad thing is we have a lot of need on defense. You know what I mean? So, like, for real. The fact that this draft is heavy in defensive talent and we got 12 picks, we can address those positions. You know what I mean? We can get our own and groom them all together. That's how you build a defense. The free agency was just to plug holes and add depth. You know, we have 31 free agents that were free agents that left this team. 31. You think 12 draft picks is going to address that? Do you go into the draft thinking I'm just going to draft depth? No, your intention is to hit on every pick you have. Yeah. Now, whether you hit on it or not, that's a different story. But your intention is you're going to find a diamond in the roughs in the late rounds, and you're going to get the top tier talent that you get in the first few rounds. Your intention is not to go in there and draft rotational depth players. So in free agency, that's what you did. You grab depth and rotation, gave them 1-year deals. If they pan out, you bring them back. If not, you let them walk. And see, the way I see this front office playing it, they're playing the long game. Do you know how many compensatory picks we'll get next year? Considering that more free agents left than what we brought in, because we're relying on the 12 picks we got in the draft. See, they're playing long game. That's how I see it. They're setting themselves up to get more picks next year. To continue to build this team.
Yep. I can dig
I like that. I like it.
Really quickly, ladies and gentlemen, whenever I come back to this screen, I have guests backstage. This is going to be the new format. You know what I mean? I like the other view. You know what I mean? When somebody's talking, you know what I mean? You give them the main stage. If you got something to say, I'll pull you to the main stage. We come back to here. I have guests backstage. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the guests backstage is a member, is on the waiting list to get into NWA. You know what I mean? Like he's doing what he needs to do to get in. You know what I mean? But ladies and gentlemen, he's on the waiting list. But you know, he's still loved, he's still respected over here. You know what I mean? And we appreciate everything that he do. You know what I mean? We just asked him to do one thing, and that's be his motherfucking self. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage El Capitan, Mr. Raphael. What's up, Ralph?
What's up, Ralph?
What's up, Ralph?
What's up, Ralph?
And then one minute,
Ralph.
backstage.
Salute, bro.
Iris Den, what's good with you, Brave Raider? How you feeling? One more guest backstage, ladies and gentlemen, before we continue on with this conversation. We will not pass the 2-hour mark. That every show will be 2 hours or under, unless I'm doing a marathon. But because I gotta build back, so I gotta be able to chop some of this stuff up. I can't sit for 3 hours trying to make shorts out of videos. You know what I mean? I got a 2-hour mark is where I'm at. Ladies and gentlemen, backstage is another friend of mine. Caught the first game of the season with this brother right here. You know what I mean? I'm like Jack and OG when it comes to this brother. We talk at least 3-4 times a week. You know what I mean? Even if it's about nothing at all. You know what I mean? We still have a conversation. But mostly, you know, we keep both each other on. This is the dude that keeps me level, bro. This is the dude that keeps me sane. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I could tell him my problems, and then he could tell me his problems, and you know, like we both keep each other on a fucking level plane. So I really do appreciate this dude, ladies and gentlemen, from the Dust Bowl of Southern California, my boy, Mr. Derek E. Lowe. What's up, Lowe?
That whole thing, man. Hey, bro, I was gonna come in. I was gonna have the tier. I was gonna go get some fucking. I was gonna get some Visine. I was gonna be like this, and then you hit it with the Dust Bowl, bro, man. Fuck.
What's up, Lowe?
All up, bro. You know, man, I'm out of here, bro. Fuck this.
Thank you guys for being here, man. You know, Jack had a really good question, you know what I mean, and then everybody's been answering. I'll have him ask you one more time, but before we do that, I want to get this man's answer to the question, and then I'll get you guys' answer right after. So, Twan, man, how you feeling?
Hello, world.
Well, I'm looking sharp.
Hey, no, but seriously, we need to be really transparent and honest with ourselves. I know fandom sometimes gets the best of us, and I'm a part of that. I throw myself in that bus too. But I think, when you look at a really good team, the cherry on the top of the sundae is the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? They have all the other pieces, and all they're doing is waiting for the quarterback. And right now, to be honest with you, we don't have that. So I think the best move, and also being honest with what may happen in the draft, is I think there's only two quarterbacks that are really ready week one, and I think that's Bryce Young and CJ Stroud. You know what I'm saying? So if they're not there, you know what I'm saying, I want the best defensive player, you know what I'm saying, coming off that board for us. And I think that, to be honest with you, I'm going with Jalen. I'm going with Jalen Carter on that situation. I think that he can be the cornerstone of our defense. And I agree with all my brothers that are actually on this panel too, that were speaking about the defenses. With all these picks that we have, we can go back to, you guys remember when the Seahawks went to the Super Bowl? Their cornerstone was on their defense. They had a great running game with Marshawn Lynch, and their defense was, you know what I'm saying, top notch. And to be honest with you, the defense that they had on that team, they were all young and they were all drafted. You know what I'm saying? They all came out of the draft, and they built their team solely from the draft. You had Cam Chancellor, you had, you know what I'm saying, all those high player names that were highlighted in the Super Bowl. They all came out of the draft. So if we are able to do that and build the foundation of our defense and have that camaraderie of, and that's what happened to the Seahawks. They drafted, and then they had years of playing with each other, and then that's when Richard Sherman knew what the guy in the back was going to do, and the guy in the back knew what Richard Sherman was going to do, and that's how they built their defense, and that's how they were able to win and get to the Super Bowl. So if Ziegler can do the magic that he can do, you know what I'm saying, with these picks, it can really set up our defense, and I really would like that for us. In the beginning of the of the rounds, definitely the first, second, and maybe even third should be guys that should automatically get on the field in the first year, and then everybody else should be some good depth and competition even in our training camp to get us into, week one. So I'm optimistic about that. I'm going with defensive tackle or the best defensive player possible that's going to hit the field week one.
Well said.
Please ask your question one more time so that Raphael and Lowe may have the opportunity to address that. You there, Jack?
Oh, the question to me?
No, can you repeat your question so that Lowe and Raphael, unless they already heard it and they got answered, y'all got.
What am I doing with the number 7 draft overall? Is that what you're asking?
If I'm going to go back to that question way earlier, yeah, Lowe. If you're the GM of the Raiders, if you're drafting number 7, what are you doing? I'm like, the nation is like all across the board doing different things. So for me, it's like, man, I kind of want a defensive end. I don't even care about these quarterbacks anymore. Because next year, I'm all about, like, if we don't do well, I'm going to trade all my shit for Caleb Williams next year. That's my opinion. So I got kind of thrown into this one. So what are you doing as GM of the Las Vegas Raiders?
Well, hopefully we don't go back to we don't get Kenna. I mean, Kenna. Going back to what you're just saying right now. Hopefully we don't next year. We don't get Caleb Williams because that means we'll be dead last, or we have to do something. I'd rather trade up for the kid if, say, Jimmy G goes down. But as far as anything right now, I want to trade our seventh draft pick back for some fluffers for our quarterback. Hear me out. No, just hear me out. You need a quarterback.
No, guys, let him speak. Come on.
No, I'm saying whenever you got the screen, it's on you.
I'm just talking shit, bro. Fluffers, we're not gonna trade back the 7 fucking fluffers, bro. I'm sorry. I'm just like, to be honest with you, bro.
What college would you get the fluffers out of?
Syracuse. Syracuse just came. That was the first thing that just hit, bro.
Syracuse got horrible fluffers.
But I don't know. They just
come on, dog. Go SC, baby. Come on.
St. Mary.
Oh shit!
Brave.
Oh my God!
Sorry, Brave, and I will definitely pull up to your show, Brave. If you send me the link, I will definitely pull up. You know what I mean? Long as there's nobody there that I don't get along with. You know what I mean? Because I know that you support everybody in the nation as well, Brave. You know what I mean? So yeah. As long as no one else is there, I will definitely pull up.
I'll pull up even if they were. Fuck them. Anyways,
look, here's my thing, man. I'll address it when I see you in person. Fuck this YouTube through the screen type shit. I ain't got time to be arguing through no goddamn camera. You know what I mean? I will address it when I see them in person. That is just where it's at with me. You know what I mean? But everything else can play out, man. I'm a grown ass man, dog. I'm a grown ass man, and I'm gonna start acting like it too, bro. I'm not here to play these childish ass high school games. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
It looked like
your face is only on one on the screen.
Yeah, I said it, man. I'm not here to play no damn games with no children, bro. You know what I mean? I'm here to bring the nation quality content, man. With my boys, you know what I mean? We bring our own opinions. This is not a show where everybody's going to agree with each other. That's not going to happen. You know what I mean? Everybody here is entitled to their own opinion, and they're allowed to give it. Yes. You know what I mean? They're allowed to give their opinion here. Even if you don't agree with what they say. I don't agree with everything everybody say. You know what? But look, you're entitled to have your own mind and think. That's the whole part of being American, is to be able to think for yourself.
Not all Americans.
I understand, but most should be able to think for themselves, bro. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's right. You know who's whispering. It's the yin yang twin over here, bro. Where you at, Rafa? What you feeling about this draft? If you got the number 7, you the GM, man. What you doing?
Would you like to hit?
You know, okay. Rafa got to keep it down. He gonna wake the people in the house.
He reporting live from the kitchen.
Yep. But the question that they gave Jack in, because listen, right there, we're not gonna take another mistake like the whole years, because we need to focus about the Raiders, including the defense. So my opinion right here on the 7th pick, I would say really short and fast. We need a defensive tackle because we had a full, like a quarterback like Jimmy Garoppolo, and I just said that name. And of course, we need more build the defense. And of course, we need some positions to fill in, because this is going to be like a very interesting year, a very interesting season to pull it up. And of course, to build like a great defense for the Silver and Black Nation, because we're not going to waste any time for the draft to the 7th pick. Because in this position right here, We need more a defensive tackle and a quarterback. Something that he can really go in speed. He can really go play aggressively. He can go play like savage. And of course, he can play like he understands about the book. But in my opinion, I would say the defensive tackle or an edge at the 7th pick. And of course, but I'm dressing like this because I'm ready for the draft.
I like the fit. Rafa got on the Navy
Looking
jacket.
sharp, brother.
You know what I
Looking
mean?
sharp. Looking sharp, brother.
Rafa got on the Navy jacket. He about ready to go. You know what I mean?
About
He
to mop the deck.
ready to do his thing. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna bring it back here, even though we don't have a guest. I'm gonna bring it back to the screen right here, and I'm gonna open up the floor to anyone else who may have a question. You know what I mean? We got about 30 minutes left in the show. You know what I mean? Is there anybody else have a question or something they want to speak on related to Raider football right about now?
I had a comment regarding, you know what I'm saying, quarterback. I think, you know, if it doesn't every year there's parity, you know what I'm saying, within the league. And the parity within the league always is around a quarterback. So of course we can draft a quarterback, but you know what I'm saying, if Jimmy G doesn't pan out, you know what I'm saying, there might be another veteran quarterback that fits the system, or you know, that McDaniels likes, or you know, wants to go with, you know what I'm saying. So I don't think we're really pinned to the quarterbacks in the draft. It just gives another option.
I agree. I don't think that quarterback is an issue right now.
No,
I really don't.
Okay.
You got time. I think you got time.
Because this is the thing. A lot of people complain about Jimmy G, and the only thing they come up with is that he's injury prone. But I would like to tell everybody that every star player on the 49ers was injury prone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That has to go. That has to go to.
Say that shit.
That has to go to the strength and conditioning of the 49ers staff.
Yep. You hear that?
Golf
Lou?
clap.
Okay.
Golf clap.
Yep.
I said that same shit.
Yep.
On top of that, you have Kyle Shanahan's system puts the quarterback in jeopardy. They lost 4 quarterbacks last year. That's not coincidence.
Man.
Okay. So we might already have our quarterback for the next 2-3 years if Josh McDaniels is able to keep the quarterback healthy, which I think he will. I think Jimmy G is going to actually work out for us. So just like everybody else on the panel, I feel like we need to focus on the defense. You know, this draft is filled with DBs, it's filled with a lot of good tight ends. So I would go DB and tight end in the first and second round, in my opinion. I would probably go, you know, Christian Gonzalez or Witherspoon. I don't want to touch Jalen Carter. I just have bad vibes about the guy. But in the second round, I would like to target like a Darnell Washington or something like that, tight end out of Georgia. But yeah, if we're going to go defensive line, like I said, I understand it, but I would rather go Elijah Cansey or Lucas Van Ness. But in terms of quarterback, like I said, Josh McDaniels, the Patriots, they never had to pick a quarterback that high until Mac Jones. Everybody else was Matt Castle, Tom Brady, Jacoby Brissett. These guys were drafted in later rounds, and they were system quarterbacks. So I don't think quarterbacks is a huge need. I think everybody knows we need to focus on the defense.
Yeah. Lo, you had a question. Lo, what was it?
Oh, I never even got to finish. I never got a chance to finish my answer.
Oh, finish your answer, brother. You got the screen, man. It's your time.
No, not you. No, it wasn't you, bro. It was like, you know what I mean. I just I don't know. I just felt bad, bro.
Finish off, man. Say what you got. We was listening.
All right, it's all right.
You ain't got
In
no
the
Gucci
tears
on.
of an evening. He's gonna go cry in the car. He's gonna go cry in the car.
I don't like being put on the spot, bro. Weird, bro. I don't like this.
Put Rafa Goodell on the put Rafa Goodell back on the screen.
Look, man, put me back on, bro. For real.
Rafa Goodell.
Bro. Man, put me back on the screen, bro, man. Dirty. Oh, you take that shit off.
Rafa Goodell.
What are we going to church?
Rafa Goodell.
Get off. What are you talking about?
They put Rafa Goodell on the screen.
2023 draft. The Las Vegas
Put
Raiders
Loon
select.
on. Put Loon on. Look, put Loon on. Look at him. Look at him.
What?
Put your neck. Bro,
I'm
come
a
on.
handsome motherfucker.
What are we doing?
Hey, look. I don't know what Loon's doing, bro, but I'm looking good.
Oh, I don't like it. I don't like the new rule.
Y'all trying to hate on the what?
It's not a
Y'all hating
rule.
on the
Look,
guy?
look, this ain't a rule. This is not a rule.
I don't
I
like
told you.
this.
Look.
Wait a minute.
It's not a rule.
Look, when I had my last channel, look, I got the screen. I'll give you the screen in a second. I got the screen, right?
Okay.
My last channel, I told y'all I was gonna try to bring a little bit more professional late night. You know what I mean? Like the ghetto Jimmy Fallon. You know what I mean? I'm giving you the ghetto. Look. Why can't ghetto be dressed up nice, bro? Why can't you wrap ghetto up, bro?
We're always supposed to be
Where's
nice.
that Raider jersey?
Look.
Dirty Arsenio Hall.
Yeah,
Hey, I think you're a little early for Easter. You're a little
It's the magic hour, bro.
for
It's
Easter.
the magic hour. I know y'all remember the magic hour, bro.
Yep.
Come on, bro.
You're a little early for Easter.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
Hey, look, this ain't an Easter suit, bro.
Remember, you used to wear your suit the next day to
Hey, look,
school, huh?
Look,
All you guys look like polos on Easter,
all
bro.
I gotta
What the hell's
buy,
going on, bro?
Every
all I
Monday,
gotta buy
he only-
is from the top up, right? All I gotta do is buy from the top up, the shirt.
Hey,
the
all you guys need
tie,
is a little
and the
black
jacket,
ass
right?
right here. You be straight.
And I ain't even gonna be like this every
Oh, these
show. Ain't
sweats
even
under
gonna be
this.
like
I'm
this,
gonna go
bro.
to the
But
gym.
I'm gonna
Wear
be
your
a
suspenders.
little bit more. It's gonna be a little bit more, bro. Like y'all know me, bro. I'm extra. My shows have always been extra, bro.
I can smell the Old Spice already.
My shows have always been extra, bro.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
Dirty gonna be
That motherfucker
Dirty gonna be
rocking
sponsored
the
by Old
Stetson.
Spice.
You got the Stetson.
He gonna be sponsored by Old Spice.
Not the Stetson.
Oh my God.
Look, when you step out the house, make sure you smell good. If your
Oh,
feet not
shit.
J's,
No,
then
he
your body
didn't.
should too.
Is that hot
Rock
karate?
that Jordan
That
cologne.
What's that,
Is that-
Faber J?
Nah, that's that. Come on, man. Y'all know the bottle, bro. You don't know this bottle,
That's
bro?
you? That's
You don't
Stetson?
know the Michael Jordan bottle? Everybody
not
knows
the
the
Jordan-
Jordan bottle, bro.
The
The
Bro, I do
unisex-
not. I smelled
the
it one
unisex
time, bro,
cologne?
and I woke up 2 days later in Mexico, bro.
The unisex cologne.
Baby mama, daddy, I'm cool.
The first trans cologne ever made.
Huh?
The first trans cologne ever made.
What?
For
Oh,
both.
man, come
Ain't
on
that
now, man. I
Jordan?
just got back, bro. No, I'm just playing. I just got back, bro.
I said trans
Hey,
cologne.
don't get this channel banned on the first night, man.
The show
There's supposed to
one,
be-
man.
there's
This is
supposed to
show
be-
one, bro.
There is a
Hey, y'all gonna hear Raiders fan talk about there's a $500 bounty.
Hey, look,
I don't know. I know it's supposed to be
I'm
like
aiming to
a
have commercial breaks, bro.
Yeah, it's
My
a
show,
unisex.
eventually, I'm gonna have
unisex. There you go. That word. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like unisex like colognes and shit like that. Like,
For both men and women.
to where like
I'm
I think CK1 is.
gonna sell me some products.
CK1 is.
Ha! I'm Velvet
Jordan had that
Jones.
shit.
Hey, you know what we
Yeah,
should
CK1
do?
is
We should have
supposed to be
commercials.
like a
Yeah,
unisex one.
Hey, we should have commercials though in between breaks talking about Raider content merch.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Get a commercial in for that.
Bro, there's going to
No.
be commercials, bro. There's going to be commercials.
I want to do the
No
condom.
commercials. I'm sorry. I'm just a Raiders fan. I don't want commercials.
Jack, it's gonna be me.
They gonna be
doing
like commercials.
I'm
They
gonna
gonna
do
be
commercials,
I gotta-
bro. I'm doing commercials.
look.
I got commercials right now, bro.
I gotta. Hey, look. If they approach me to put some extra, look, I don't ask y'all for money.
Hey, if it makes you money, then that's all good. Then I'm good
only
for
doing
that.
commercials when they pay me to do commercials. Now,
You ain't seen the
I don't
sports
ask
They
commercials.
y'all-
pay you, then that's all good.
I don't require the nation to put no dough in my pockets, bro. I've already made a large statement on my last channel. I'm after the big dollars from the big corporations that we spend our money with. You know what I mean? This is something they want to see. This is what they want to see. I'm gonna give them what they want to see. I'm gonna force them to deal with me. But
Like you,
I'm gonna still keep my show the way I want to keep my show, which is me. Just without the ass shaking in the background. That may have been a reason, you know what I mean? That could have been a reason.
Educational purposes.
Educational purposes.
there's
You know what I
nothing
mean?
educational about that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jingling.
That's the birth canal.
I won't be showing movie clips anymore. You know what I mean? Unless I can get them cleared. You know what I mean? I'm starting to try and get everything cleared, but I don't think they give you that option until you get monetized. So I gotta work my way back up to where I need to be, and eventually I will
get there. You get there by the end of the week.
No time.
You'll be there. We got you.
I mean, but if I'm being 100% honest, man, let's talk about this team. You know what I mean? We're 20 minutes out from the ending of the show, right? And so we all seem to be somewhat on the same playing field when it comes to this 7th round draft pick. Some people say, hey, maybe a quarterback is what you need. I believe almost everybody here believes we need defense. You know what I mean? And I don't think anybody would be mad with a defensive pick.
I kind of don't, bro. It doesn't matter if we have defense or not. I want the offense to be as best as it possibly can be, bro.
Man, it can't get no better than what it is. We got enough. How many weapons do you need on offense?
Whoa.
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
Come on,
man, if y'all haven't figured out that Lamar Jackson is a head case, I don't know what y'all are looking at
for the next 2 years.
Just fucking with you, bro. No, I'm just fucking with you. I just got
okay. I hope so. Come on, bro. Man.
I don't like the tie, bro. I don't like the tie.
She's like, it's me. It's me.
No, it's just the tie, bro. It just makes me feel uncomfortable. Like
that's what it's there for. That's what it's there for.
Be yourself. Hey. Be our guest.
Hey guys, let Lo say what we're going to talk about. Lo, why do you feel like Lamar Jackson would make our team so much better?
Jack, his
contract would be so good, like with so much guaranteed money. I just don't see it.
Fucking charmed. Lamar Jackson's going back to Louisville.
No, come on. You said Lamar Jackson.
I'm joking, bro. I just gotta give.
Oh, you're joking. Okay, you're joking.
First show,
I was like going cray over here.
Oh, I'm fucking with you guys. I don't want Lamar Jackson. That's too crazy, bro. I'm not stupid.
Have you been in a car accident, motorcycle accident? Have you had a slip and fall in the store?
I was slipping and falling all
Dirty will get you clean.
Different. I was slipping in something else.
Hey, Dirty selling Geico.
1-800-DIRTY-LAW.
Listen, bro.
Would you like to save? Would you like to save 15% or less on your car insurance? Call me.
Dirty gonna be on. Dirty that dude that be on at 3 o'clock in the morning. Were you involved? Were you in Ohio during 1987 from 1994? You might have been involved in mesothelioma.
As a kid, did you let paint off the walls?
Were you?
Did you live in a household that contained asbestos? If you suffer from asbestos,
do you have a house that has electricity?
You know what though? Real talk. One thing I wanted to bring up, bro. I forget who brought it up, man. But Loon was on it. I think it was this morning talking about the Niners. They injury. They health concerns.
They whole team.
Yeah. Whoever.
That's
man,
fact, man.
Rooting, bro.
That's why I say they health and conditioning.
Well, not only they health and conditioning, but it's Kyle Shanahan's scheme leaves the quarterback vulnerable. Jimmy G averaged more yards per pass than I think the rest of the NFL with like 8.3 or something like that yards per pass. And it's because they do a lot of counter and play action plays that leave the quarterback just open for a free hit, man. Josh McDaniels is not going to allow that. He's going to make Jimmy G get rid of the ball fast. So I think he can stay healthy in our system.
Using Debo in the backfield.
Here's the one thing that I feel like if I'm happy or not happy, I'm not happy with none of this stuff right now. We ain't in the Super Bowl. Yeah, I ain't Ren and Stimpy yet, but if we win, I'll sing that shit. But here's what makes me confident, at least a little bit, is we know that we had Derek Carr last year, and he is not the most athletic athlete out there, quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't scrambling for no yards. He wasn't out there running for his life last year. He didn't have a lot of time in the pocket, but if we can really emphasize what we had from last year, some of that success and some of that confidence with a new quarterback that's less, maybe I wouldn't say less mobile, but he may be a little bit more prone to run than Derek Carr. But one thing it showed me last year is that we can protect our quarterback. Derek Carr didn't miss any games. He wasn't injured. You know what I'm saying? He just had a real down season, which was ironic for him, but it did show that we could be able to at least keep the quarterback somewhat upright. He got sacked a lot, but I think that if we can be able to get the receivers that we need to dump that ball off fast, that's going to help remedy a lot of those problems that we was having last year too.
Yeah,
I agree.
That's the 10th ranked O-line.
And I think it's like Shalimar, you know what I'm saying? It's the second time around for this offensive line, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, come on now. Oh, Jody Waller, how are you with what?
and you know, you just got to keep it optimistic, you know what I'm saying? I hate, you know, as much as Brandon Parker gives a bad taste in our mouth, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be the cream rises to the top. It's going to be either Brandon Parker or Luminor on the right side, you know what I'm saying? Or it might be Mumford. So whoever that top dog is going to show up, you know what I'm saying, for week 1.
And honestly, if Illuminor gets rid of the penalties, he's a top 15 right tackle.
That's the problem. There, exactly.
He's a top 15 right tackle. If he gets rid of the penalties, he's a top 15 right tackle.
I might be wrong too, but I think he had more time than them. I think his average time in the pocket that he had to throw the ball was a lot higher than most quarterbacks. He had a lot of time in the pocket. He just didn't know what to do. You know what I mean?
But he was out there fishing.
Is it a good thing or a bad thing? You know what I mean? If you holding the ball that long in the pocket, the bad thing is you're not getting rid of it. The good thing is your offensive line is holding up to give you that much time in the pocket.
You overthinking the playbook. You overthinking the playbook if you waiting that long.
You're not going through your progressions because we've seen him make errors in selecting who to throw to when other guys
we
wide
know
open.
He don't do that.
It also was a yo-yo effect too. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, the offensive line was also producing panties on the ground. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of flags. So, you know what I'm saying, 3rd and 15s, you got to hold the ball a little bit to allow your receivers to get down the field. So it goes hand in hand, but it still should have been better on both ends.
Like I don't say Garoppolo is better than Carr, but he's better than Carr in this system. That's what we got to pay attention to. It's in this system, not overall. We're judging, you know, apples to oranges, like, oh, their stats is almost the same. They're all not. No, Jimmy G is better in this system. We've seen it. We've seen the struggles with Carr.
Why is Jimmy G better in the system than the Carr?
Because he was groomed 4 years in it. 4 years he was groomed in the system.
I got a perfect answer.
He's been out of the system for 6 years.
I'll go after Lowe.
I got a perfect answer for this. Because Derek Carr at this point in his career doesn't want to be coached. And that's the biggest thing because this is the thing. When we started winning the games in the playoffs that we're going for, he wasn't coached. He was doing his thing. If you listen to some of the press conference, I like Derek Carr no matter what. I'm not rooting for him at all. But he's Fresno State, yada yada yada, whatever. I heard a little bit of his press conference, whatever. He's basically talking about he has control of the offense, which indeed he should, because he has earned that right through that because of who he is. McDaniels is trying to make a name for himself. It didn't work. They were clashing heads, even though they were like kind of finishing each other's sentences, what it was so somewhat reported. You know what I'm saying? But yet at the same time, there was just a disconnect. Carr didn't want to go through the whole thing. It just looked like Carr was out of it. Now he's over there, and that's what it is. Jimmy G, even though the sportsman, I can't remember who it is. Yeah, I think that's him.
Yeah, and they talking about.
Yeah, man, man, that dude's funny as hell, and I like his take. But he's saying hand off Jimmy, bro, and I'm like, fuck yeah, we're getting a hand off Jimmy. Why? Because we got the #1 running back in the fucking league. Hand that motherfucker off. Kill the clock. Keep the ball on the offensive side of the ball. Who cares if he's a good game manager? Who cares if DA's numbers go down? As long as we fucking win, bro. That's exactly what it needs. All the speed and everything that we got the line. That new kid, Matui or whatever his name, I can't pronounce, but I'm horrible. Backwards. But
from Denver?
Yeah. And he's our guard, right? So, you know what I mean? That's kind of like where we're at. And bro, like we're doing, if you really, really look at all the bullshit, you put everything to the side and everything that we're looking at, everything that we've asked for, it's almost happening, but not in the way that everybody needed it. Everybody wanted it to happen last year. Now that, you know what I mean? They should have did it all this last year instead of wasting all this fucking time.
Nah, I think they used last year as analyzing the season.
Exactly.
Analyzing the first game.
Right. Now, I think they went into the season last year. I think they went into the season with a lot of, how do you say, like the potential of, the potential that if it all clicked, which I've been saying since the beginning, this was like almost like a failed marriage since the beginning. Like, there was half of the players on the team that were trying to, keep a certain coach on the staff, and then the other half of the team was ready to move on. So it's like you had just the beginning. You could tell it was a chemistry thing. And then once you got things like, you know, you're starting off 1-3, and then like 2-7, you know, shit like that. That shit just adds to that chemistry thing, to where you had fights in the locker room and stuff like that. It's just the shit wasn't. It was meant to, like, they wanted to go into it with hope because they were building off of a playoff team, but it just didn't work. Shit just didn't, you know.
You know what it seemed like to me was
hold on real quick.
It was
go ahead. We're in the last 10 minutes of the show, and this is the perfect person to bring in at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my brother from LA, now living in AZ. You know what I mean? Y'all know how it goes. King of controversy, Mr. JT. What's good, man?
Hey, you got 10 minutes, dog. No, you got 8 minutes.
I didn't need this at all. I'm gonna he's gonna wake me up right now. I'm gonna go live. Watch. I'm gonna go live. I was fucking around.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't even know what the topic is. I'm just joining just to make the first episode. It's been a long fucking day. I really don't care to get into anything about it. Or what were y'all talking about anyway? Because I didn't hear anything.
Who got the best
difference between Derek Carr and Jimmy G?
Yeah.
The difference between Derek Carr and Jimmy G, one played in the Super Bowl, one hasn't.
Thank you.
Doesn't mean one's a winner, but also one had a full team to be a Super Bowl caliber team. One didn't have a Super Bowl caliber team. So, like, what are we debating? One guy.
I think the difference is that Derek Carr is a deep ball thrower, and he's a top 5 quarterback between the 20s. When he gets into the red zone, he's bottom 5. With Jimmy G, you're able to put him in this system, and he could have a ball control offense. He knows how to throw the short passes. Derek Carr is terrible with the short passes. You couldn't even open up the playbook with Josh McDaniels with DC because he didn't know how to read the offense and the defense when you have 4 wide receivers out, 5 wide receivers out.
Well, that's odd because everybody was calling him check down Charlie for forever.
Oh, that's checking down to the running back. That's the difference. With checking down. I'm talking about.
It wasn't just running backs though. He was checking down to tight ends that didn't do nothing but a 5 and out.
I mean, it's hard to say when a guy has that many comeback wins to say he doesn't know how to read defenses. To say he doesn't know how to depict defense, pick apart defenses. I mean, if you want to be honest, that Seattle game, Derek Carr checked out of the play that Josh McDaniels was running, and he checked it to that run. So to sit here and say he doesn't know how to do that, I'll give it to you. It's harder to throw touchdown passes when you don't really have skilled players. Now, I'm gonna be honest, Jimmy G in crunch time. Look at his crunch time stats when games are close, fourth quarters. He's horrible. He's worse than Carr. Just go look at it for yourself. I'm not gonna bring up the stats.
Thank you.
Just go look at it. He's not good in fourth quarters. He's pretty average and decent depending on the guys he plays, the teams he plays. But when games get close, he chokes. Super Bowls, he's choked. He's choked 2 Super Bowl leads away. Things that we kill Carr for, he's done. Consistently.
Carr ain't making no Super Bowl. Carr ain't making no Super Bowl though.
It's a lot easier to make the Super Bowl in the NFC than it is in the AFC.
You have to have a team to even be Super Bowl caliber.
It's a lot easier to make the Super Bowl in the NFC than it is in the AFC.
When Kansas City beat the Niners,
I think that's what we want. I don't think we want a superstar quarterback no more right now.
All right, so let's do this.
Wasn't there like 3 touchdowns scored in 6 minutes by Kansas City?
Let's take off the Raider caps for a minute. No, I'm not being literal. I'm just saying. Let's take the Raider caps off. No.
But that was because of turnovers and 3 and outs alone.
As a fan, look, take off the Raider cap fan the Raider fan cap right now.
It's
right?
gone. It's gone, man.
Take that off. No. You know what I mean? Take that off and think about it. Right. When you look at the AFC versus the NFC, you have teams in the NFC making the fucking playoffs at 5 and shit, bro. 6 and something, and they're making the playoffs. You know what I mean? Well, over here in the AFC, you're not making the playoffs of anything of less than 10 wins.
I think that recently changed.
That's recently. That's recently, maybe the last 4 years.
I would say
maybe.
recently.
Extra playoff berth.
Nah, man, it's been that way for a minute, bro. They have look. The NFC East was the NFC least for a long time. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest. Now
the
the
NFC West was
you had the West, you had the NFC North, and you had the NFC, you had the South.
West and the North. For a minute, the East and the South wasn't shit. Come on now, let's be honest, bro.
I agree with you on that, but like the NFC West,
not even me, because you had Cam and you had Drew Brees there. Yeah, Cam, Drew Brees, and
both of them went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so I mean, you can't say that.
Philadelphia won Super Bowl.
Would they have gone?
Yeah,
do you think they would have went to the Super Bowl in the AFC?
The Giants.
Think about that though, Dirty. They had the Carolina Panthers with Cam Newton went to the Super Bowl. You had Drew Brees won a Super Bowl, and you had Matty Ice went to the Super Bowl with the Falcons.
Atlanta.
And let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
And Tampa Bay won.
Let me ask you a question. Did they win those Super Bowls?
They didn't, but I think it was
the Saints in Tampa Bay. The Saints in Tampa Bay.
Look, new show, new format. You know what I mean? New show, new format. This is how we gonna do it. You know what I mean? New show, new format.
Has a suit on.
I know.
This nigga.
I just couldn't see it. There was so many bodies.
Look at Scott.
I'm gonna answer the question.
How am I hiding again all over?
The question is, did Cam win the Super Bowl? Yes or no?
No.
Did Matty Ice win the Super Bowl? Yes or no?
No. Keep going.
Did they lose to the AFC?
Of course, in the Super Bowl.
Okay, so they lost to the AFC, right? And I'm asking the question was, if you took
hold on, I got him.
and put them in the AFC, do you think they would win? I'll start with Loon. I'll start with Loon. Loon. Question is, if you take those two quarterbacks out of the NFC and you put them in the AFC, do they make the Super Bowl?
What team did they go to?
Wait. Stop. But that wasn't the question, Dirty. Your question was what was harder, the NFC or the AFC? That's what we were saying. What gauntlet was harder?
The AFC is harder. It's always been harder.
I would say it just shifted. It shifted back to the AFC, but it was the NFC for quite a long time. It was NFC.
Seahawks, bro. The Legion of Doom for
the Seahawks
a couple years, bro.
Right. Seahawks were good.
How many
Rams
did they
were
win?
good.
The Rams won the Super Bowl.
Green Bay Packers were good.
They got one Super Bowl out of that.
Exactly. Who beat them?
Giants were
Who beat
good.
them?
Yeah, but that was because what the Pats only had to deal with 1 or 2 teams.
Look, the fact of the matter is, you bring them quarterbacks over to the AFC. That's at the same time that Tom Brady is here. That's who was fucking going to all the damn Super Bowls. You really think they would have went, especially when they lost to him?
No. Let me get this. Now, what you just said about the NFC East, you can say about the AFC East that Tom Brady had to go through at that time. He didn't have to go through nothing. You can use the same argument.
That's facts. That's facts now. Yeah, Mark Sanchez.
Here's the truth of the thing.
Miami always
NFC and AFC is balanced.
That's a good point, JT.
Buffalo did
Here goes another one. But here goes the next one. He didn't really have to face the North. The AFC North, because the Baltimore and Pittsburgh kept kicking each other's ass. They would knock each other out in the playoffs just to get to the Patriots.
Can I just stop all
this? So you never have to run that gauntlet.
Can I just stop all this right now?
NFC got 2 more Super Bowls than AFC. 29 to 27.
What you got, Lo?
So here's the thing. In 2018, it was the first year that he actually started as a fucking quarterback. Actually started day one as the San Francisco 49ers starting quarterback. Opening season, he got hurt. The other games that you guys are comparing, all that before he even started playing in the NFL, like actually starting, he only had fucking 7 games, or he had 7, 3. He only had 7 games under his belt before he started. Right when he was healthy, he took him to the fucking championship. After that, he got fucking injured, and then 2 years after that, he had winning records, bro. So all I'm trying to say is, you guys are trying to compare these stats, and it's not fathomable. There's no fucking way possible. You have to be a fucking Einstein level genius to actually make this fucking happen, bro. There's no way, bro. There's no fucking way. So the thing is, the difference between Derek Carr and him is Derek Carr started and lost more games, regardless of whatever. And even though they've been in the league the same amount of time, Derek Carr started a lot more games than fucking Jimmy Garoppolo as a starter. So the numbers are going to be skewed. So regardless of whatever, if you go back to the same amount of numbers that he had fucking did, and you want to do the statistician shit, which we're trying to base this on, what's going to happen is you're going to fucking see that Jimmy G actually has a higher percentage winning regardless. Because Derek Carr, at the numbers that he had played, would not have this winning percentage, bro. So that will make him a better quarterback over fucking all. Thank you. Good night. Yes, and I am.
No, we're not getting away with that bullshit ass fucking argument. For one,
Why not?
First
Why
off,
not?
There's different
okay.
systems.
So let's just talk playoffs.
No, you got.
I'll make it quick.
Wait. You got to the end of the cigarette. You got to the end of the cigarette.
I guess you figured you have. All right, cool. So Jimmy G and all his success, he wasn't winning those games. So when he went to the playoffs, low, his 4 playoff victories, how many touchdowns did he have? How many games was he winning?
It was probably good Super Bowls, right?
He had 1 touchdown. 1 touchdown, 4 games. 1 touchdown, 4 games. 1 touchdown, 4 games. He went. Wait. He also blew like it was 17. It was 17-7. You gonna let me speak? I let you say. He had a 17. Hold on. How many times have we killed Carr for blowing leads? Right in the Super Bowl, the biggest game of the year, where you're supposed to show up. He had a 17-7 lead. He blew the lead. You want to know what his 4th quarter drives were?
I don't care.
You don't care?
No.
I mean, because you're telling me he's a proven winner. You're telling me he does all this stuff. But when it comes time,
he had like 3 and outs. He had like
3 and outs, an interception, and a turnover on downs. Does that sound like a guy who's the one winning the game, or the guy who's being carried to?
So Jay,
No. Stop. I don't want to hear us talk about his winning percentage when he's carried, and then we're talking about, well, the defense did that. No, he's getting carried. When you score 1 touchdown in 4 fucking games, you're not winning those games. He won a game. He won a game throwing no touchdowns.
So since 2018, like Lo has said, right? When Jimmy G started, the 49ers was a losing team, bro.
What?
They were losers. There's a reason why they got Nick
1 in
Bosa.
10.
There's a reason why they got
They were 1 in
Eric
10.
Armstead.
When Chip Kelly was there, it was like 2 seasons when Chip Kelly was there. And then what would they do before Chip Kelly?
1 in 10. They were 1 in 10. Got traded.
Jay,
They went 5-0.
You don't get Nick Bosa, Eric Armstead, DeForest Buckner, McGlinchey. Those were all like top 10 picks, bro.
Yes.
Because you were a
Those
championship.
were all top 10 picks.
Mm-hmm. It happens when you build. It happens when you have management.
Why they were a sucky team, Jimmy G still had a winning record, bro. Period.
Yeah.
You can blame the Super Bowl.
Let me just say this. Let me just add this.
Jimmy got a winning record playing what?
Why do you need
When he first came out, 5.
You give all these. You give all the stats about he only threw 1 touchdown. The team was averaging more than 200 yards rushing a game. Why are you need to pass the ball? They got to the Super Bowl.
Hold on. You're giving a guy a win who threw 8. He threw 8 passes and completed 6 for 77 yards. Yet you give him the victory.
He should have threw 4.
It was a 60-degree game, and you only throw 8 passes.
The way you win the game.
They were giving him credit for that.
Jay, you can't say that in a system.
Why do you need to pass the ball?
Shanahan system that's built for running the ball.
You were telling no. I'm not saying no. You made a great point, Gabe.
We missed
Did
you,
the
JT.
quarterback? Did the quarterback win that game, or did the team win that game?
He also didn't
Because you guys no, because you guys give Jimmy G the credit for that win.
So does
that guy wasn't even part. You could have put the backup. You could put the backup quarterback out there. You could have put up the third stringer. Oh shit, they did that this year, and they were actually a better team when they did that.
Hold on, Jay.
So you're
Didn't you just sit there
And they lost because of him. They lost because of him.
No, you sat there and said just a couple of minutes ago, my nigga, that DC audibled out of the Seattle game and handed it off to Josh Jacobs and won the game, right? But now you're not going to give Jimmy Garoppolo any credit for handing off the ball? And
he didn't audible to it. He wasn't audibling. He doesn't audible. He doesn't audible. What are we talking about? Because no, I countered your argument because you guys said he can't read defenses. He doesn't know how to throw the short things, but yet he read the defense, checked out of a play, and won the game. And Josh McDaniels was mad at it. There's interviews about it. He was mad at him doing that.
Okay, well, how
which is partially the reason why he got shipped out.
What was they supposed to
do? The playoffs.
How do you explain a Jimmy G winning record when the 49ers were not a good team? They were not a good team for like 3-4 years.
Better coaches. And they have better coaches and a better team than what we had. They still have better teams. You still take those teams over the team we had.
Every year.
Why would they win it?
You can still pick the top 10 and still be a better team than they were a better team.
They picked Nick Bosa at 2 overall.
Okay.
They picked Nick Bosa.
Wait, but
because you had a bad record.
Why would they 1 in 10? Why would they 1 in 10?
You can still be bad and still be better than other teams bad. We're bad and not better than other teams when we're bad.
So
we just have, the reason the expectation. No, this is the thing. For one guy, you have expectations of getting to the Super Bowl. For another guy, your expectations is we need to build and develop around him. That's how you know one guy is better than the other. If one guy's expectations is this, and the other guy's expectation is we need to surround him with talent, that tells you who's a better fucking quarterback.
No,
Hold on.
You have expectations for one, and you don't for the other.
Which one was the expectations for the Super Bowl?
Carr had expectations. Carr has expectations. Jimmy G doesn't have expectations.
Everybody on this panel might have had expectations of the Super Bowl last year. I didn't have no expectations.
Where's that same aspiration if we got a better quarterback? Where's that same energy? Where's that same energy with a better quarterback who knows the offense and knows what to do, and he's played with the guy before and he's been to that? Why we not still have Super Bowl aspirations? Why do we not have Super Bowl aspirations?
Because there's another.
We're talking about surrounding the guy with a talent with the same team.
How can you have Super Bowl expectations?
Hold on. I'm saying you backtracking. You're backtracking.
How can you have Super Bowl expectations for a quarterback that ain't never won a damn playoff game?
That tells you how much better he is than the other guy because you shouldn't. You shouldn't. That's logical thinking what you have. That's not what we had last year. How many people were saying we felt we had a Super Bowl caliber team at the beginning of the season when we got Devontae Adams? How many people said that?
Not me.
Don't look stupid and dumb. Don't look stupid and dumb now.
For sure.
Look at the camera. Look at the camera. I'm talking to you. Look at the camera.
I never went out there and said that we own a Super Bowl ride.
I'm talking about Raider Nation. There's Raider Nation. There's people in the chat. I'm not even looking at chat. So all y'all chat, whatever I have. Fuck all y'all, but salute to everybody.
I still don't get you.
You can't have expectations.
I still don't get your point.
Go to the Super Bowl when he ain't never won a fucking playoff game.
But you know that narrative was out there. Don't denounce it. Don't neglect it. So why is that narrative not here now? So why is the narrative not here now? Super Bowl, AFC Championship. No, Super Bowl, AFC Championship, or second round. Do we have that? Is anybody saying that right now?
We are going.
We were saying.
Is anybody saying that right now?
Hold on.
That's what we
There's
said.
narratives all over the place that we upgraded at quarterback simply because Jimmy G knows the system.
But my question is, are we still having the same narratives we had last year? The answer is no. You dancing around it. It's no. Because we're talking about we need to surround the guy with more.
No, we've been talking about defense. We've been talking about defense this whole time, honestly.
We've been talking about how
Jimmy G has always had a fucking.
Why does he need a defense? He's been in the Super Bowl. Why does he need a defense?
Because he's always had a good defense, bro.
No, he doesn't need that. He's a winner. Look at his record. Look at his record, Kush. That guy's a winner. That guy's a winner. He don't need a defense. He's been in the Super Bowl.
Look, I get what you're saying, but I think the point is that we've been talking about our defense is what our biggest priority is. Like we know
Jimmy
that Jimmy
G's been to the Super Bowl twice. Why does he need a defense?
I get it. We gonna put Jimmy G in this conversation.
No, you can't ask nothing, Lo.
The argument is that
that
where
ass
we
has
can
like
be able
bro.
to better at.
Of course you can, man.
Like that ass, bro. Like for real.
I'm sorry. What were we saying?
Go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead. Go.
I didn't finish hearing you. Please.
Yeah, I didn't hear you either.
Oh, I was just saying that. We talk about Jimmy G, right, and how he's possibly a better upgrade or possibly not. But in reality, we all acknowledge that. Everybody in the panel acknowledge that he's not the solution. We look at maybe a short-term, one-year thing, but what we're talking about is this defense, bro. Because we know that with Jimmy G, we got to build his defense around him because he's not going to be that player that if we're down by 7 or 10 or 15, we can't look at him and be like, Jimmy, yo, man, hey, we need you to go out here and go win this game for us, bro. He's not going to be that guy. And we all acknowledge that. We know that we're going to have to go out and play a really, really good disciplined offense where it's going to be heavily executed and actually have a defense for once in a long time that's going to either be able to protect the lead, protect the clock, or to be able to get the ball back for us to be able to run the ball or have a good West Coast offense. That's all I think we all kind of saying the same thing, but we're arguing over the fact about how the quality of the quarterback position is either degraded or upgraded. And we already know. Like, we just suck at that position. So we got to get better on defense.
I agree.
Fuck that timer.
He said, fuck that timer. Shit.
Yeah, a little extra time like a soccer match. That's what
defense has always been the issue. I think just like
it's like a soccer match.
just like last year, I think Josh McDaniels built on a team that he could have developed around. Just be patient. I think he had key pieces. He had leadership involved. Now he's doing that shit all over again. And honestly, the people he brings in aren't good leaders. They weren't even the leaders of the teams that he had Super Bowl caliber teams. So when I see you, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Is bro, like, so were you in?
The fuck is that?
Who is sipping shit through a straw?
Rafa, you gotta lower your fucking microphone, bro. I try to be nice, bro. That shit is hella loud, please, bro.
Yeah, you garbage piss.
God damn, bro. Like,
I thought somebody. Yeah, I thought somebody was taking like an infinity hit or something. I'm like, who's smoking? Who's hitting the ball or something? Goddamn.
That sounded like something else. I was like,
man, that motherfucker doing line.
I was like, so much for the new channel. We about to have another one.
Yeah.
Do you want to ride?
It's like
the question is, so all right, because we're on the timer and
get to it then. Stop stalling.
So the question is pretty much like this. So when Gruden came in, were you on? There's like a 2-part question. I just need you to answer this one part, and then I'll ask this follow-up. So when Gruden came, were you in or out?
I was out because he was making too much.
Okay. So now that McDaniels is here rebuilding his team, overall, are you in or out?
I was out before he even signed.
Damn. Why?
Wait, bro.
There it is, bro. There it is.
Wow,
and that's fine. And that's fine.
Why?
Yeah,
Why?
You
guys.
They lying.
I'm not lying, but when hold on, I wasn't lying. I was out. I rather would have had Brian Flores
for a minute. Because he kept arguing.
He was our coach. He was. Thank you for bringing that up, Dirty. Thank you for bringing that up, Dirty. Because I was the voice of fucking reason when we first had it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give a guy a chance. I'm gonna give a guy a shot. Then he started doing bullshit. I was the guy coming in talking y'all off the ledge. He was doing bullshit.
Hold on, what was he doing that every other regime, first time coach coming in did? We had. Every other coach went.
You can't call him first time.
Every other coach went 2-14, 4-12.
First year coach.
This is his third time having a head coach.
Year with the Raiders though, his first year. You don't just with us.
His third is his second.
No, he had the coach job. He walked away from
coach
it.
one game with
That didn't count.
He had the job. They gave it to him.
He didn't do no coaching decision.
Hey, he accepted the position, and then he said, "I'm resigning from it because of certain circumstances."
He don't
He
got no
accepted the
record.
position. Hey, you can do a verbal you can verbally agree to contract, bro. I don't care what y'all say. You can verbally agree to things.
Part of your question, Lo.
And until something is signed, though, it's fucking liable in court. That's the only time.
Hey, so is there's also verbal contracts, Gary. There's verbal contracts. I work in bank, and we do that shit all the time.
Yeah, but
like not signing your franchise
it take
tag.
place in this. It didn't take place in this
Huh?
occasion because you're also
Like not signing a franchise tag too.
No, he used the
Lamar
used the
Jackson ain't getting
technicality.
paid. Lamar Jackson ain't getting paid right now.
But at the end of the day, it's his third time, and he shows his character. He's failed somewhere else, trying to establish something. I've seen the track history of guys coming from that same pedigree, from that same coaching tree. None of them are ever successful. So why am I going to continuously go at something that's never been successful? Like, you can shake your head all you want. Tell me a successful head coach that came out of New England.
But you wanted Brian Flores.
Okay, so
He's the only one. He's the only one with the winning record. He's the only one.
Nobody's successful out of that, but you wanted Brian Flores.
Overall, as a collective, with general
contradiction.
I wanted to make Orion, so I'm with you that I wanted
D'Amico,
a
I would have took D'Amico too.
I wanted a
I didn't think we could have
different
get him.
coach. But now
Absolutely.
that he's here, we're not going to sit here and act like
wanted Lane
Josh
Kiffin.
McDaniels is in the same bucket as them other coaches.
Nigga,
on
he's
the coaching
ass.
tree.
He's
Them other
ass.
coaches on them, Matt Patricia, your
Better
homeboy
coach.
that went to the
Bill
Cleveland
O'Brien.
Browns.
I wanted Art.
Bill O'Brien's a better coach.
Eric
Bill
Mangini.
Bryan. No,
He might be better than Joe. He might be better than Joe.
man.
The other guys are better coaches than him. The other guys are actual better coaches. Charlie Weiss was a better coach. Eric Mangini was a better coach. You want to keep going?
Mangina.
Why was Eric Mangini a better coach?
Mangina.
He's a better coach and a better motivator of men.
Why hasn't Eric Mangini got another job?
Because he makes more money as a commentator.
This man said Eric Mangini is a better coach. How?
Mangina.
And time out.
Commercial break.
The clock is moving, man. Time out.
It has been a pleasure. It has been a pleasure to have rocked with everyone tonight. I thank everyone for pulling up to the first show. I truly appreciate you guys, for real. It's nothing, it's nothing against anybody. It's just I got some
Take off
things
that
I gotta
time.
do. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's that time. I got daddy duties. I'm gonna try and keep my shows 2 to 3 hours, at 3 at the most. But you know what I mean? For the first show, I kind of want to just keep it down so I can be able to cut this up and maybe try and get some of my subscribers back. You know what I mean? And I don't have time to sit for a 3-hour show right now to try and make that work for me. So I gotta do what I planned to do for the first show, which was no longer than 220. You know,
So who's going live?
Max.
Salute to the new channel, Dirty. Salute to the new channel. man.
I appreciate everybody being here, man. Before we roll out Black Sales, man, please let people know where they can find you. And then while he's doing that, man, one of my NWA members, y'all go ahead and go live. I will pull up to that, you know what I mean? Just let me go change.
No, you got things to do.
No, I do got things to do.
I'm fucking with
I
you.
do got things to do. Like take
He
off
said he's trying to get
time, bro. Like
Hey,
2 hours and 20 minutes is the max you can get me into something like this, bro. So I gotta go take this shit off, bro.
I'll set up a live right now.
Look at me flex, bro. I ain't even got no muscles. Look at me flex, bro. Look at me flex.
I go what you gave. I go
Hey man, that Arsenio Hall is killing me right now.
You got long ass fingers.
Eddie got jeans on. He got 501. He got the 501 on too.
Dude, I got sweats on. I got sweats on under this.
Hey, Dirty look like Professor Ogilvy.
Man, that's no white.
Hold on, let's go for the last 30 seconds. Hey, Dirty look like a high school fucking
purple
He looked like Professor Ogilvy.
Come on, Michelin man, you can do better than that, low.
Professor Clump.
No, I know. I know. I'm sorry.
Oh, higher learning looking dude.
I think some of your stubbornness fucking rubbed off
You
on
got
me
an
right
S
now.
curl?
Yeah, I can't be on screen with you any more than 5 minutes. Bro, 'cause I start,
This nigga got an S
when my
curl.
swag starts going down, bro. I start like, just
And that's Principal. That's Principal Clark from Lean on Me.
You know me.
Lean on-
You smoke crack, don't you?
Hey, look, Black Sales, man. Where can they find you
Don't
at?
you? No.
Hey, they can find me at Black Cell Sports Talk, man.
Dirty, are you
look it up, man?
I'm gonna have to come over there and get that ass. I'm gonna come over there and get that ass, Black Cells.
You know what I mean? I mess with everybody in the nation, man.
I'm gonna have to
all
lean
about
into
making
you.
content, talking Raiders. That's what I'm about, man. I love everybody on here, bro. I support everybody on here too.
Right
So
on.
if you guys want, if y'all doing a show, if I'm available, hit me up. I'll come on. You know, I expect the same from y'all. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Appreciate you.
You good?
Where they find you at, Rafa?
Okay, you can find me on Twitter or Instagram as @Capitan.Fucho. And of course, you can subscribe me on my YouTube channel as Rafael Chassin. And I got a bigger surprise for the Raider Nation when it comes to April. And of course, for the fans of wrestling like me, I have a little surprise for the WrestleMania. So stay tuned, folks. So salute to everybody else.
Y'all can find me on Raider Kush 8 at IG. After Loon gets done with y'all in the morning from 7 to 9, you guys can find me on YouTube, Raider Kush. Me and Dirty gonna have a morning workout show. I got one started right now. So actually, one of the panelists, Rafa, he didn't do your 25 push-ups. You showed up to my show late this morning. And look, if you're gonna show up to the training routine for the nation, listen, I take that shit serious. If y'all motherfuckers show up late to my show, you got to drop and do 25 push-ups, man. You already got Loon to warm you up. Got your
I'm not
coffee
showing up.
and drop your kids off. You know what I'm saying? You show up to my show. If you 15 minutes late, you got to knock out 25 push-ups with me. So Dirty gonna be yoked up. You guys gonna see his transformation.
Hey,
We're
I
gonna give
be
him a six-pack.
I be sleep.
He gonna be ready. But no, man, I appreciate y'all having me, man.
Soon as that nigga say good night.
Yo,
man,
yo, that's it.
I'm gone.
He be gone before the intro music come off and shit.
Man.
The exit music come off and shit.
I do my push-ups on Big Shirley.
Whoa.
Go ahead.
You didn't see the big screen coming, did you?
Go
You
ahead,
didn't see the
Twan.
big screen coming, did you?
Hey, you'll find me on Life of the Nation. Subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Life of the Nation. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe. Quit playing with yourself. Click that subscribe button. Or if not, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe to Raider Twan.
Oh, me? I was being a loon right now. Sorry. Yeah.
Hat clean though. That hat clean.
Nah, fuck with you guys. Dirty Low, Instagram, dirt_E_low, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I'll be live tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. Come through.
Show.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
Lunatic Raider, you already know Raiders Allegiance, YouTube. You can find me on TikTok under lunatic_Raider. Also on Twitter, Instagram under Raiders Allegiance. You already know every morning, 7 a.m. Pacific, rock with your boy.
And of course, you know who I am. I'm the host.
Yo, come this way. Come.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah. I know. People will talk about it. So, I would like to make the announcement here.
No, please don't.
A channel is in the works. It's coming. Yes. All the controversy, all the bullshit takes, all that. I'm gonna take all that because I've been hearing there's been a lot of fuckery going around. I took some time away, so it's in the works. Give me like a week or so, but I'll let y'all know the name. I posted. Hey, I might even start giving out my social medias.
I've been waiting.
So I'm not gonna do it yet, but yeah, you can find me at Brown Crackers. You might find me at Lowe's. You're gonna see me in Black Cells. I'm gonna come over there and kick your ass in that what you was talking about earlier. Loon, I'm gonna come over there. You know, Rafa, I'm gonna come over there and kick your ass too. Dirty,
Come over here,
brother
do some
suit.
push-ups. You better come do some push-ups over my channel,
Hey, I hit the 25. I saw your IG post, Chris. I hit my 25, even though I didn't make the show because I missed the show. Twan, one of these days we're gonna go fishing. I don't know. I just don't like water, but I know how to swim. So yeah.
Learn to swim.
I got an announcement.
I know how to swim. I know how to swim. I'm a black man that knows how to swim.
I got an announcement to make. I'm sorry, Dirty, but I have to make this announcement. Since JT starting the show, I just officially canceled every single show, and
I'm taking his slot. I'm sliding right in. Wait, what's your time slot?
I appreciate all you guys. I will be done with YouTube from this point forward.
Hey, and there won't be any mock drafts on my fucking page. I ain't doing no stupid ass fucking mock drafts. Shit's a fucking lame.
Tuesdays night with JT.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's like I said, it's been a pleasure. I thank you guys for everything. You know what I mean? Please keep up with all the members of NWA. You know what I mean? And all their shows, starting with Lunatic Raider, bright and early in the morning. You know what I mean? Wake that ass up. You know what I mean? Get your blood flowing, get your coffee, get your breakfast moving. You know what I mean? Get the nutrients in your body. So once he goes off air, you can come on over to Cush's Network. You know what I mean? And get your swole on. You know what I mean? Like, look, I know people want to work out, but people hate working out by themselves, but they don't want to go to the gym either. Look, we're gonna bring you something that you can do in the comfort of your own home. You ain't even got to go out to the park or the gym or anything like that. You know what I mean? Cush should be out at the track doing his little thing. You know what? I'm gonna be right here in the studio doing mine. You know what I mean? So y'all stay tuned for that, man. We all gonna get right together. You know what I mean? We gonna be a sick. What the hell?
That's motherfucking. Well, you got a vibrator.
Motherfucker, that's a microphone, motherfucker.
Bro.
Hold on, man. It's a microphone. I got on my shit from LA.
Can I finish, please? Start muting microphones, goddamn it. Shit. Look, also, you know what I mean? Right after that, you got Low, you know what I mean? Followed by our boy Raider Ben. You know what I mean? Followed by, I'm not 100% sure who's going to side in that time slot. I mean, you have Unfiltered Truth, who comes on they say Monday and Wednesday. Monday and Wednesday when you can catch Unfiltered Truth, which is part of the NWA network as well. You know what I mean? So go support them brothers over there. SC, you know what I mean? Slides in the afternoon. You know what I mean? Between 4 and 6, right?
Yep.
Usually
then we got the E&K show after that.
Yeah. So actually you got Ben and then you got SC. Then you got Unfiltered Truth, you know what I mean, at 7 o'clock, you know what I mean, Monday and Wednesday. So check them out. And then you got the E&K show, which will be coming soon. If y'all don't know, you know what I mean, let me give you just a small little preview. You got the
shout
E&K
out to Dirty.
show.
Dirty, the graphic designer over here. That shit's so raw, bro. Thank you so much, bro. That shit clean as hell.
Yeah, no problem. So you got
I got the rain cloud with me. We're gonna be talking that shit on Tuesdays and Thursdays after 6 with when SC is gone. We're gonna hop on and our first guest is gonna be JT.
Oh, Jesus, I will.
Hey, wait, what? Wait, hold on. Wait, what? That's new to me. Hey, motherfucker, I'm the best guest you can fucking have. Stop fucking playing.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna be the first one.
You're not a bad guess. I mean, shit. You know what I'm saying?
Who will be better? Who will be better?
So you're saying any of my people on here, you're better than all of them?
Yes. Yes.
I bet you won't drink this on your
you see the name right here? What does that say?
So we're going to Gabe. Gabe got his drink set up over here. We're going to Gabe.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure. As always, 50 billion things on YouTube. The fact that you allow me to grace your screen for any amount of time is greatly appreciated. More than I can verbally express. Make sure you please tune in to our boy Raider Gabe coming on right after this. I will. Yeah, Gabe left to go set up his show. You know what I mean? So Gabe wasn't here to give you his info, so I'm gonna give it to you for him. You know what I mean? Make sure you check out our boy Raider Gabe, you know what I mean? Raider Gabe 420. You know what I mean? Like I said, he's going live right after this. I'm gonna go change, grab me something to eat real quick, and then I'm gonna come back and fuck with y'all for a minute. But like I said, thank you for making this a great show. You know what I mean? For the first episode, I'm very, very, very happy with the turnout. You know what I mean? And look, you can only go up from here. You know what I mean? And eventually I'll get back to where I need to be. You know what I mean? And better. So I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. 50 billion things on YouTube. The fact that you allow me to grace your screen for any amount of time is greatly appreciated. More than I can verbally express. You know what I mean? More than I can. But man, truthfully, bro, like I really was super upset when my channel went down. So you know, I appreciate everybody for real. And no matter how much it rains, you can never stop the sun from shining. Raider Nation YouTube, go get your motherfucking sunshine, man. We out.
Out.